Shout out to everybody. Y'all hear me clear out there, y'all? I was having problems with the audio. Y'all hear me now? Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good. All right.
We sat here, we said hi to everybody. We had a whole conversation.
What's up?
with
What's
y'all.
up, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man, for coming, man. Michael Young, Parnell. Yo, Parnell, man, yo, I like that emoji, brother. I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, bro.
Everybody else likes it.
Shout out to Joey Hernandez, Christopher, Mike, Tim's and Henny. You know what I'm saying?
Vera.
I mean, Vera in the building. What's up, Op? Yeah, man. Glad to hear. Yeah, me too, man. Yeah, man. Yo, I told you you got talent, man. A lot of talented brothers in here. Oh, nah, man. You know, this. I cut it down. I ain't cut it off. You know what I'm saying? I just cut it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let it grow back. I just had to get a break. You know what I mean? But I ain't cutting it off though. Yeah. So what y'all been dealing with, man? Like, how y'all week? Y'all week is good. What's up? Say something.
Hey, Texas, Christopher,
Shout out to Texas. What up?
Joey,
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man, for support. DeMonte was good with you.
Demonte.
Mike Young, what up, man? Yeah, so what y'all want to get into, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all seen on, things going on in the world or things going on in your life? What's up, man?
Search, hey, Search.
It says Pops, you for a bit. Nah, brother, I don't drink, brother.
We drug free, Michael.
Drug free over here,
We
bro.
don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't do nothing. We high on life.
Today you should talk about the technology and the internet. It says weak as a all roller coaster. Open up the third hour. What's up? What's up, Marathon? What's up, brother?
There you go, Michael. He's all looking for his water. You can drink water all day.
Pause your family with the channel. Oh, shout out to Cher, kicking the science. What's up, brother? He said, "Yo,
Chronicles Judah 144. Are you familiar with them?
Nah, what about them brothers kicking the science?
Hey, Cher. I hope everything's going good. How you doing, Cher?
Said 10 days. I'm fasting for a month to June. That's what's up, man. You could do that. You know what I mean? Do that joint. Hang out with that joint.
Good for you, Tim. Glad to hear that.
Thing to say, AJ better than. Here we go.
Eddie.
Yeah, it's Eddie Hearn, man. Yo, listen, everybody in the chat, Terrence in here. His name is Terrence, aka Eddie Hearn, man, the deceiver, man. He a deceiver, nigga. You see,
y'all know I gotta say it good. Terrence, I just want to see you keep this same energy.
When they fight, because you're gonna have to you're gonna have to eat them words as you saying.
Everybody think that Fury knockout was bad, but wait until AJ hit that canvas, boy. I cooked the best steak you ever had, guaranteed. That's what's up, Michael.
That's what's up. Yo, kicking the science. Who them brothers you talking about kicking the science? What about them?
Definitely. Terrence, that's for sure.
It's a channel speaking on some balance of the industry and such. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what's up that they doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Pause. I think Wilder getting a rematch with Fury along with the Ortiz fight. Yeah,
He made an announcement today.
Yeah, he made he fighting Ortiz. Again, I think they might be fighting. I don't know if they fighting. I don't know if it's August, September, or something. I don't know.
The beginning of 2020. Fury.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
You have to look into that.
Since he's.
We're gonna have to talk boxing, Eddie, so that way we could tell you the reason why we say what we say.
I mean,
Joey said, "Yo, fam, I wish I was here. Me and my brother, we preparing moms for food tomorrow. We having a pool party, so mad Puerto Rican food tomorrow." That's nice, Joey. Sounds good.
Right on.
Definitely sounds good.
Like the reason why we be talking about Eddie Hearn, because his father said some racist statements about like what? I think it was like the beginning of May. He said something. He was with that dude. What's his name? Dillian White. Where he was talking about the slave contract and all that. I don't mess with them dudes.
No, but my whole entire thing with AJ is like, AJ is a great fighter over in his country. But like my thing in particular is like people from this country like is always so ready to big up somebody else from another country, but then like
they don't support. They don't support.
Wilder like is over here handling his business. That's first and foremost. Nobody knows who AJ is besides Eddie Hearn coming over here every chance he gets because Eddie Hearn is trying to make AJ a big celebrity over here in the U.S. because Eddie Hearn is all about the money. Third of all, AJ don't fight nobody that's good. Like, people can sit there and say what they want to say. All AJ fans sound exactly like Eddie Hearn. They repeat word for word what Eddie Hearn puts into they mind. Eddie Hearn is a deceiver to me. On top of that, AJ is a paper champion. AJ has 3 belts that he didn't fight for. He didn't fight the champions to get them belts. So the only thing that's documented is that he's the holder of them 3 belts. I'm leaving. Don't leave, Eddie. We love you, Eddie. But the whole entire thing about it is when you're a paper champion, that means that you didn't fight for them belts. So AJ got them belts and didn't fight the champion. The champion of them belts were Fury. He had to fight Fury to be able to be a legit champion. First, Wilder has 1 belt, but he fought for that belt, and that's the official belt. The 3 belts that AJ has, AJ did not fight for them, and they're not even the official belts. So that's first and foremost. Second, he don't fight nobody.
He know the truth about that. He know when they fight, that boy gonna get put to sleep. He's trying to make Wilder get older, so he be in his late 30s, and then they gonna fight him then. When he like 37, 38 years old, instead of fighting him right now while he in his prime, young.
Right, young. And a lot of people over here is hearing, they don't even know AJ from a hole in the wall. They're seeing Eddie Hearn, and what Eddie Hearn is saying sounds good until you really look into who Eddie Hearn is and what he's doing.
I'm not saying you're talking about Eddie Hearn.
No, I'm just saying my opinion about it. But I'm glad that you like AJ and that you're a fan of him, Eddie. I'll be here one day when they fight. I'll be here, and we're gonna have the same conversation.
She called him Eddie. All right, so what y'all want to get into, man? You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. I don't want to sit here talking about Eddie Germs all night.
Eddie Germs.
I don't want to get into that boy too much. So I want to get into some knowledge or something, man.
All right, I got 2 things. We actually passed by. Ashley Pops, did I say hi to you? I seen
Ashley
you,
Pops,
but I didn't get a chance to say hi to you because we were talking. Thank you so much for coming, Ashley Pops. We appreciate you, and we never got to thank you for your donation a couple weeks ago. We thank you so very much for sponsoring that show. We appreciate you, and we are so very thankful that you were able to give us what you gave us. We are definitely appreciative, Ashley Pops. Thank you. Let me go back up to Cher said 2 things. Cher said one thing, and then I'm looking for another thing.
What?
I got that. I'm gonna go up. And Cher, where is she? She said something.
Let's go up a little
Cher
bit.
said, I've been dying to ask if y'all seen they arrested a newborn baby in Georgia the other day for eating its twin in the womb. They're saying it's considered murder.
What?
That's crazy. That's definitely crazy.
I never. What the hell? Serious? That's crazy.
How is that even possible?
How the hell? Like, how babies don't eat in the womb? Like, they don't be eating no. Like, they eat through the
umbilical cord.
Yeah. What exactly. I didn't hear that.
Who?
That's crazy.
Anybody else heard of that?
oh man.
That's crazy, Cher.
I never heard of that.
That don't even make no sense. I wonder what the point of that is.
I have no idea. That's like, I don't know. Woof. That sound off the hook though.
Yeah, that's definitely deep.
That sound off the hook though.
Definitely. Let me go back up. Joey, I'm looking for you still.
I heard cannibalism, but that's yeah. I don't know what but cannibalism is like somebody grown or a child eating, but a baby inside the womb.
Somebody that's aware.
I don't think I don't know. That kind of sound kind of fishy to me. I mean, because inside, babies can't even eat inside the womb. They're going to eat through the umbilical cord. So I don't know how the hell that's even possible. I don't know. I gotta investigate that a little bit more before I talk about that.
Yeah,
that's crazy though.
Definitely crazy.
Oh yeah, she put the thing in the thing. That's crazy though.
Joey said, "Yo, pops, today we should talk about technology and the internet."
So
he said something else. Let me find it. How it been affecting our lives? Is it good or is it bad? Would be a good topic, I guess.
So like, what do you want to talk about? Like what in what way? Like how you want to go with that?
Yeah, that is definitely a new level.
Friday night is not the time to talk about abortion. Yeah.
Anytime. Why Friday? Anytime it's time to talk about it.
Michael is crazy.
We here for it.
I think
talk about what's going on in this world. Friday night. We ain't being rocked to sleep just because it's Friday night.
I think the internet is a gift and a curse. I think the internet is good for business. If you're going to be running your business on the internet, it's cool. But I think to have it's nothing wrong with having being social on the internet, but I think people take it too far. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for myself, I only do business on the internet. I might in it for hanging out and kicking it, and everything I do is for business. You know what I'm saying? Mike Young is crazy, man.
What him dyeing his beard gonna benefit us?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm back.
I think with everything that we do, there's always a good thing and there's always a bad thing.
Yeah, like
like social media. Social media could be, extremely, extremely bad, extremely harmful. But at the other hand of things, it could be extremely good, and allow you to reach different people and network and things like that, which is the same reason that it could also be bad.
Right.
Internet, just going to google.com, not even social media situation, can definitely be used for good and bad. Some people, they sell stuff, they run businesses, they do all sorts of different things on the internet. But then on the other hand, they can go and access porn and all sorts of different stuff. So it's really just up to an individual's inner self,
right.
To be honest with you. But I think that it definitely, people have to learn how to protect themselves, and they have to want to, not participate in everything that's out there, And that's always a major thing that we had with Aaliyah, being that she was so young, which a lot of parents especially don't teach their kids, like social media can be extremely, extremely bad. And unfortunately, most time kids, they don't use it for anything that's good. Even adults, It's so easy to get sucked into different things.
The internet is good for it was basically created for business. I mean, especially things like Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Because like they have ads and things like that you can use to grow your platform as wise as business, marketing your business on there. But people abused it by being on there showing fights and just trolling people, hating on people, saying all type of things. The internet, if they clean up probably 80% of the internet would be a cool place to be on. But they're not going to clean up. They act like they concerned, but they really not, because people still doing the same things they've been doing on the internet. Ain't nothing really changed with the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like YouTube censors some people, but then they let other people, you know what I'm saying? I mean, rock out and do whatever they want to do on the internet. So it's at the end of the day, it's about, are you down with them? And if you're not down with them, then they're basically censor you. You know, like everybody on the internet is not for positive things or doing positive things. A lot of people on there doing negative things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Michael, that's how you gotta be. You gotta be down for what is right. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And that's the whole entire thing, like YouTube. Like, you can go on YouTube, you can find nonsense and be engaged in nonsense all day. Or you can also go on YouTube and find knowledge. And be engaged with knowledge. So it's definitely, up to each particular person, but that's right. Like Michael said, for what is right. Like, be down for what is right, and that's how we all have to be.
Oh, he in there.
Yo, what's up? Woke up 2:30 a.m. Here we late, late up in here. How's it going? When we are late, I'm sorry. We are late. We tried our best to come early. Definitely.
He says the internet is a powerful, put it right in front of us, but the masses are asleep, and we should network to fight for our planet. But people rather fall off mountains trying to get the best selfie. Yeah. It's a sad thing, Tex, man. Is what's good, they making it bad, and what's bad, they making it good. You know what I'm saying? This is a battle that we can't win. You know what I'm saying? Sad to say, we can't win this battle. We can discuss it. You know what I'm saying? To have these type of platforms and inform people that want to listen, but it takes the masses of the people to really, you know what I'm saying, really get involved. And sad to say, people love going on World Star, watching all the fight, watching all the filth that be on them. World Star is probably one of the worst platforms, and you know what I'm saying, one of the worst. You know what I'm saying, because it's all about negativity. You know what I'm saying? It's so negative.
Right.
So wherever you spend your time and your energy, and that's why I say in our last joint is, you have to be careful what you feed your soul. You know what I'm saying, especially with stuff on the internet, and be careful on what you watch, because another thing too, kicking the science too, like you brought up them brothers about talking about the industry, but you got to be careful too. A lot of times people go too far with conspiracy theory. I believe in conspiracies, but sometimes cats just take it too far to where it's just be like, it's like, get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I understand the industry is the way it is, but sometimes dudes, they blame everything on the industry. Sometimes it's just people's fault. And some people want to be in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to be, like they want to be down with the industry to the point where they doing the rituals, they doing all the nasty, filthy things. So, some of them love it, and some of them don't. But all we want to talk about is what the industry make you do. Some people voluntarily participate in that industry. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful too what you watch, and kind of filter out, what you expose your soul to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very important. Yeah, so it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too is censorship. You know, anytime you talk about things like this one sister I was watching, she was talking about she was reading this document about Trump, and I ain't gonna really get into, I'm not gonna really get into the document that she was talking about, but she was talking about this document, and they basically pulled her page, and she was like dropping a lot of knowledge and information.
Yeah, you know? She was saying a lot of true stuff. She was saying even true stuff about like how they're trying to portray Trump and stuff like that. It was crazy.
Yeah. So Big Brother is been listening. You know what I'm saying? They follow what everybody is talking about. You know what I'm saying? Anybody ever heard of the red list, blue list, and yellow list? That was when Bush passed the law after 9/11, and was basically they're going to be following the people that's going to be on the internet talking against the government or talking about the injustices of what goes on in this country. So you know what I'm saying? So that's another thing.
Yeah.
I'm a Trump supporter, Darkwing. I don't support Trump. I support the Most High.
I don't support no president.
Exactly.
All these presidents is full of crap.
I don't support no president, so
none of them.
That information right there, you throwing that out there, that's not even true. You know what I'm saying? I ain't vote. I don't vote.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So how I support him? Everything I stand for, he don't stand for. You know what I'm saying? It says that, what's up, Dre? Shout out to Dre. Subconsciously, your mind is precious. You need to care for it. Exactly.
Pineal said they make up extra stuff that only push people away from conspiracy theories as a whole because of how radical they can be. Can't stand that. Just state the facts. Don't add on to a huge mess. Pineal, they got people believing like conspiracy theories is a bad thing, but when you really look it up, like conspiracy just means that you're believing something besides the truth. Like you're not believing the lies that they're putting out there. That's all conspiracy is.
The bigger the lie, the more people believe it. You know what I'm saying? So when they knock down them towers, you know, people believe that because they seen buildings fall from the sky, and they could blame it on some men out in Afghanistan somewhere, and you gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but this is the same government that spend billions and billions of dollars on military. The CIA, the FBI, speaking Central Intelligence, spending a lot of money to spy on us and to do things to us on a daily basis. Yo, see, hold on. See,
Texas said presidents are puppets on a string, which is exactly the reason why we don't vote. That's definitely true, Texas. Regardless of their name, regardless of their race, they all belong to the same entity.
But my thing is this:
they are puppets on a string.
Listen, my thing is me not voting mean that I can't complain. So you telling me, Darkwing, and this is right here is to you. So you telling me that anything I see that's injustice, I can't complain about that. If a cop beating my head in, or if I don't have running water in my apartment, or if the system is being injustice to the masses of the people, I can't complain about that. What do voting got to do with suffering and going through things in this country?
Believing that if you vote that you're going to get change is definitely rule number one. That's not cool. Vote to change. Darkwing, you claim that you got knowledge, but where's your knowledge? What is voting going to do? Voting does nothing.
Exactly.
It does nothing. So if you had knowledge, you need to dig a little bit deeper because there's levels to this knowledge.
And
vote to change what? Nothing's changing.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Really, Darkwing? Yeah, really. Yeah, really. Voting does nothing for you. I'm sorry. Chat. Wait. Y'all think that does voting help anything? Everybody in here? We're gonna make this a little bit of a topic for a second. Who do you think that voting is pointless, or do you think that voting is gonna make changes?
Telling me that just knows. Of course, you can complain if democracy is in exactly. Everybody's saying it's pointless. Exactly. You It says no voting or rigging. Exactly.
Darkwing thinking that if you cast your vote and you're gonna make changes, that's not gonna happen.
Change
that's
where?
Definitely not gonna happen.
Change where? Change where?
Cast
change
your
where?
vote.
Tell
You'll
me,
never
tell
change
me one
anything.
thing.
Voting, you're
tell
never
me one
gonna
thing.
change anything.
Listen.
That doesn't even sound right.
But tell me one thing. Tell me one thing that's major that happened with any president that got into office. What? That benefit who? Name it. Right now, you got people in Flint, Michigan right now that still don't got water. It's been 3 years.
Exactly. Darkwing, just look up Electoral College.
Exactly. Anyway, man. Anyway, and I thought you didn't want to be in our situation anyway. Didn't you say that you was gonna unsubscribe to us during the live? Why you even in here? You in here to troll. You in here to try to misguide everybody else, and everybody know what time it is. So why you in here? You said that out of your own mouth. That I'm not subscribing to y'all, and I'm unsubscribing. I'm not donating. So why you here?
Exactly, like
you here to troll.
Said, like you can't believe in Bible and believe in voting.
You a troll.
It's really either
exactly
one or the
what
other.
you is. You a troll.
You know what? As a matter of fact, Darkwing, I tried to give you a chance, and I ain't even gonna do this.
So why you here?
Yeah, you're not gonna.
Why you here?
Get everybody excited.
You here to troll, brother? Get out and beat it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, get out of here. Come in here with that nonsense. Somebody want to hear that. He told us in Aaliyah's live stream on Twitch, because we wasn't paying attention to his buffoonery in there, that he was gonna unsubscribe and he wasn't gonna donate no more. So why you here?
It's all good.
He wasn't here Monday.
No, I tried to be fair. But like when you like sitting here trying to, like, everybody in the chat is sitting here trying to tell you exactly what it is, but you sitting here totally contradicting everybody. All 22 people in here is telling you that voting is not cool. So you want to come up in here? Obviously, you don't belong in here. So deuces. I'm not
sitting here saying some people in government don't mean right, where they want to change it. But once they get into that position, the powers they be blocks anything that they trying to do positive. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? So you can have good intentions, but once you find out what really goes on behind the scenes, that's it on that.
No, and I'm gonna tell you something. The very, very dangerous thing is somebody who acts like they have knowledge, but they don't have knowledge. They're a very, very dangerous person. And that's my whole entire thing. It's not about not letting somebody come up here and speak their mind and stuff like that. But somebody who these days they're called fake woke, somebody who acts like they have knowledge but have no knowledge is extremely, extremely dangerous and detrimental to anybody like our kind of people.
Right.
Like them people, I can't take that, and that's just not cool. I'd rather deal with somebody who's dumber than a sack of rocks than deal with somebody who acts like they know but they have no idea.
And on top of that, the brother told us over the weekend that he said he was going to unsubscribe and he was not going to donate no more because for whatever reason. We busy playing a game. He's in the chat saying things that wasn't cool, and my wife said, "Yo, chill out with what you saying." And he said, and then he just went off. But then he comes in here Friday trolling. This is what I'm saying about negative people. I will let anybody say what they have to say, but stupidity is stupidity.
I try to let them rock, but we have enough people that deceive us on a daily basis. We don't need somebody directly here deceiving us.
Like everything I say, I could prove it. I could prove it. You know what I'm saying? I could prove it through books, or I could prove it through just a conversation. I could prove it. He can't prove nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's just like nonsense. I'd rather have 5 people in here than have a bunch of trolls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I tried just because I had to ban him. Unfortunately, I banned him from Twitch.
Exactly, Demonte. He tried to debate over the Bible. Exactly.
Right, but I tried to allow him to come in here because a lot of people act one way in here and then act another way on Twitch. So I tried to separate the two of them, which is the reason why when he came in here just now and he was typing, I allowed it to go. I tried to allow it to go. But when you sitting here basically saying that what I'm saying is wrong and you're right, it's not even like, yeah, well, like, let's agree to disagree. It's like you're literally telling me that I'm wrong and that you're right. So you don't have no place to be in here. You shouldn't want to be in here.
But
yeah, next subject. Right.
Exactly, because he don't understand. Because he don't
right.
understand.
And Dre said, don't even give him any more energy. But anyway.
Because he don't understand. So yeah, so back what I was saying was, so the internet can be a tool to spread positive information, and it can be a place for business. You know what I'm saying? And it can be used to have social like engagement with people if you want to. But it all depends. But I just think that it's more negative than it is positive.
Yeah, we got to really protect ourselves.
So you have to use it in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? And now Big Brother now is he's cracking down on this whole system, on everything. So even if you're on a computer, they track what you say, what you do, what you spending your money on, what you watching.
Even all this tracking location, I'll track your location for convenience, and let me know exactly where you are, so that way I can order you food, and you don't even know what you want for dinner, but we'll have something show up at your house for dinner tonight. Like, no, all that tracking stuff, anything that says that they could know your location for your convenience, I would never allow that. Never. Like, websites do that. A lot of different things. Like, I know, like, the social media and stuff like that, it does that location tracking. Don't turn that joint off.
And stop giving your
because that joint will follow you and show up at your door one day.
And stop giving your email address and your phone number to these people in these supermarkets and these stores, because they sell your stuff. Yeah. They actually sell your information. You dig what I'm saying? That's why people freaking emails and mailboxes be filled with freaking crap, because they be selling out stuff to these people. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, the internet knows us better than half of these people know themselves. That's a scary thing. The internet knows what you like and what you don't like.
And what you watch on a daily basis.
Exactly.
24/7.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, like, they said, sorry I missed your birthday stream. She said she missed your birthday stream, Malin.
Yeah, Ashley Pops, we was lit in there for 14 hours. Glad that you're here today, though, Ashley Pops. We're always excited to see you, because you're from another country, so you don't got the same time as us.
Just knew, so they track your credit card with the IDF chip, and it says blah blah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I got one of those. I got one of those wallets too. Yeah, I got one.
We've had that wallet for a long, long time, definitely. Yeah. But I told y'all what happened to me with the ATM situation when I called the bank and they locked us out of our account on our ATM card, talking about, well, we could set it up so that way the chip on your card tracks your location, so that way we know it's you that's standing at the ATM. Like, nah, lady, I'm good. I'm completely good.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly, Search. Yeah, that's fully coming. You know what I'm saying? In about a year. In about a year, it's 2020. You're trying to put that in full effect. So it's gonna be hard for a lot of brothers and sisters that's not down with that. You know what I'm saying? People say, how we gonna survive? And if you don't take that mark, and you know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen during that time? See, all this stuff is part of the internet. See, the enemy is trying to lock down this whole earth through technology now. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be very careful what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? People say, well, what y'all gonna do? How you gonna eat? How you gonna live? How you gonna survive? I mean, that's up to the Creator. You know what I'm saying? That's up to Him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just got to be spiritually connected with Him. You know what I'm saying? Totally, and be prepared for those times, because it's gonna be hard. And if anybody out there that have any spirituality of themselves, this the time to get closer to the Most High right now, because that time is coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where if you don't have that card, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You ain't gonna be able to do no business, or pick anything up from any stores, fly anywhere, nothing. You ain't better do nothing.
Right. Johnny said digital money is fake.
Yeah, it's all. They changed the market back in the late 1990, where they made over. They switched over to credit. All of a sudden, you having a good job, and having a down payment for a house. Now that's not good enough. All of a sudden, now credit have been basically replaced with having a long job for a certain amount of years. You know what I'm saying? Into that, she said, much love to your guys.
At the cabin now with the kiddos. Have an awesome weekend. Shout out to you, Cher. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your children, Cher. Definitely. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for that information, too, about them twins. I got to look it up after this and read up on it.
Right. Hold on. But go back up there. What that person said?
Tim said, "What are real ID? What are real IDs?"
It's like they're gonna replace your driver's license to a national ID card, to where inside the chip is going to have all your information in it, your medical records, your bank bank records. I mean, all your information is going to be inside this chip. And if you do not get down, you will be locked up, like you will be locked out, like out of society without this national ID card. So you have to have it to be able to survive in this society when they implement it fully. People be saying, "Oh, it's been here," but it's not fully in effect yet, because you can still have money and still go into a store in certain stores and still have cash now. I'm talking about when it's totally a cashless society. That's when it's going to be on and popping.
Yeah. Hey, Kashawn, thank you so much for coming. He said, "Pops, what's up? Speak that knowledge." Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it. Just News said, check this. Visa is pushing businesses to go cashless.
Oh, yeah.
After that, they can introduce embedded barcoded chips, the mark, right? So it's more than just like an actual driver's license. First of all, they're trying to push even immigrants, people that don't even belong in this country, to carry an ID and all that. Right. It's all starting with that. It's any type of identification that you carry on you. It's the real ID. It's not just because, like, oh, I don't have a license, so that doesn't apply to me. It does. If you
Sean,
are gonna be required to shop.
Right.
Like, instead of carrying around cash, instead of carrying around your medical cards and carrying around a bunch of credit cards, Social Security card, your birth certificate, it's gonna be all locked into this one card, and you just that's your card.
Exactly.
It's definitely something that you need to look into, Tim. It's called the RFID, Real ID Act, and there's a lot of information on it. As a matter of fact, I should dig up some Patreon videos.
Google that junk.
And
Google that junk.
And post up some DVDs and stuff. But it's definitely real, Tim's, and it's gonna affect on a whole entire another level. We have no idea what's coming upon this place.
And so on top of that, now here's the flip side to it is, if you don't have this card, say if you don't comply to this card, what do you think is going to happen to you when you don't comply to this card?
Right.
See, that's the question, because there's always a flip side. They make everything always seem easier, or they say, well, right here, it's better for you to just go into a store and just swipe your card. They've been preparing us for a long time for this.
Right.
This stuff been. When did credit cards come out? Anybody know what year credit cards actually came out? Was it like the late 70s or 80s? When did credit cards really hit? When it came? Because I don't remember. I don't remember exactly when credit cards came into effect. Early 2000s? Nah, like a little bit earlier than that.
Yeah, Pineal said, by October 2020, it will become the law and disallowed not to be held by anyone in most of the world. It's a worldwide thing. That's right, definitely right. The star on the card has a Veris chip RFID tracking device that monitors your moves at all times. Exactly what Pineal said, Tim's, and it's
everything.
It's definitely like you're gonna be locked out of the system.
Right.
So you're gonna have to make a choice at that time.
Do anybody know what year credit cards came into effect? Because I don't even know. Credit cards, 1958?
But they really started pushing them.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I would have said, you can do all Apple Pay. You can walk into PayPal now and just sign your email address and your password now. Like, you literally don't even need money. Like, it's really crazy.
Yeah, like even the video games, even PlayStation now, you can go online and put your credit card in a PlayStation, yo.
Remixes, I think it's gonna be. I mean, the consequences of not having that card is you're not gonna be able to buy food. You're not gonna walk around and carry paper money.
Yeah,
the consequences of that card is not being able to walk into a store and buy anything because all your money is attached to that card. Exactly. You have to be able to scan that card to be able to walk out the store with anything.
Yeah, like
they're not gonna have cash registers no more.
Yeah, it's like
a lot of stuff is gonna be done through barcodes.
Yep. Or through that chip. You know what I'm saying?
Tim's, it's already basically like 2020. Like, if you go on DMV right now, they're advertising for it. If you go on DMV through New York State, if you go to DMV right now, they'll give you the card.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna give you they cause a problem and then they say, oh, here's the solution to the problem. But they really are the ones that's causing the problem, and they're giving you their solution that they want to give you any damn way.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Pineal said, it's been active since 2005, and it's already on passports. They use illegal immigrants as an excuse to push it years ago.
Exactly.
Go to your local DMV, and they will tell you what it is. And this is the reason why we can't, people get so wrapped up in going out and smoking a blunt and getting drunk and having sex with a bunch of people and all this other stuff and always wanting to be lit, always having fun. Meanwhile, this stuff has been going on for years. And a lot of people don't know about it.
And then you wake up and then, boom, it's in front of your face.
It's in front of your face, exactly.
You know
exactly.
Like I said before, entertainment was created to keep the masses of the people asleep. That's why it was created for.
Exactly, Serge. Like Serge said, the outcome of it is either you submit and you get the card or you starve.
Exactly.
That's the outcome of it.
Exactly. And
yeah, definitely remixes. Definitely look into it.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine this here. He says so exactly. So imagine this here. You got these people following everything you do. Everywhere you go. Everything you say. You got no privacy. That's basically what they're telling you. You have no privacy. We know everything. And all this stuff is going to be connected to a smart computer, where the computer gets smarter and smarter, knowing information.
Yeah.
I can't make this stuff up. Look this stuff up.
Yeah.
I know about this stuff about damn near 12 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned about all this stuff. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, and a long time ago, they used to read about it, like one day it was coming, and then you'd hear about it a little bit more and more, and it's just been ramping up, and now the time is finally here. But a lot of people that be in La La Land 15 years ago reading something, oh, that's never going to happen. I love my country. My country would never do that to me. They would never. Why would they do that? Well, this is what happens.
This is not a country.
Yeah.
This is not a country. This is a corporation.
Right, Kashawn, that's exactly what it is. You got to be, if you're not going to get down with the card, you got to have the grace of the Heavenly Father all over you, guiding you and protecting you and feeding you. You have to depend on the Creator, and you're going to have to hunt and all that other stuff. That's the truth. These are real times that's coming upon us.
Exactly. Like,
it's Bible prophecy. He said, why all this stuff happened and what's the cause?
This is a... To answer your question, this is a corporation that we live in. That means that it's ran by corporate entities. This is not a United States. This is a corporation. All this information, you can look this stuff up. The president is the president of the corporation. That's what he is. This whole system is about business, about commerce. That's all it's about. It is. We are the collateral to pay back the international bankers' debt. 1933. Look it up. All this information, now I'm saying, this stuff is old. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is they've been doing this for years. So while people say this is a great country, this has never been a great country. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it on a because I'm from the hood. I'm saying that historically, this has never been a great country.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? The way it's structured, how it was founded, it never was, and it will never be.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because of these evil pirates coming over here, forcing us into slavery. Not talking about I'm not talking about slavery as wise as slaves picking cotton. I'm talking about working slaves. Never be able to be truly free in this world. And
right.
and if anybody know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, because you know the history.
Right. Johnny said y'all live on a stolen country. Of course, it's gonna be corrupt. That's the truth.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wanna read search, and then I wanna address your situation, Iwan, because I could definitely relate to you. I completely understand where you're coming from. Search. He said, bad enough that our veggies and fruits have pesticides. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
And the animals we eat have all these hormones. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be, it's gonna get bad. Like you said, Pop, now it's time to seek for the Lord. Mm-hmm. He said, this is the time to use our phones and computers and tablets as tools to educate. Mm-hmm. Just News said, kids nowadays don't care about privacy. They post everything online and they're being trained. That's the truth, okay? Now,
But hold on, before you say that, I'm going to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing that every time we doing reaction videos, you always see me getting on the youth. With all this getting on the internet, beefing with each other, pulling out guns and all that. Don't you know that they watching you?
Right.
They building cases against you. Yo, who was on a live, and then all of a sudden the cops came to his house? What rapper was that? Yeah.
That was Kodak, right, baby?
Kodak Black, right? Yeah. He was on the internet talking all this stuff, and then the cops are at his door just like that. They be watching us. Every movement we do, they watch. It's like right now. Even though we a small little situation, they watching. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So pay attention. Be careful what you say, and be careful what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be careful out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because these dudes be building cases against their own self. They don't even know it, and they ignorant about that.
Not only that, like, watch out what activities that you participate in. So, when you're done with that, I wanna speak to Iwan.
All right, go ahead.
You ready, or are you still going?
No, go
First, I wanna definitely give a special thank you to Ashy Pops. For the donation. We appreciate what you have given to us, and we thank you so very much for sponsoring this show. She said, keep grinding, guys. You all have so many things you can do as a family. Great to see a close family working as a unit. We thank you so much, Ashy Pops. We appreciate you being part of our family as well. Thank you. Definitely. One thing that I definitely want to point out to everybody is that this is our community. And we thank you guys so much for your love and your support. Each show is listener funded, and we will never be sponsored or influenced. I will shut down this page, and I will meet with everybody personally before that ever happens. So we will never allow this channel to be infiltrated. You will see it shut down before we allow it to be infiltrated. We do this because we love y'all, and we want to spend time with y'all. So anybody that can donate just a couple of dollars, we appreciate it. And just because we have a YouTube page, don't think that we got a lot of money, because we don't. So we are very, very thankful.
He said, Sean, so where's Aaliyah and what's her thoughts on this topic?
Yeah, that's a good way to go, Sean. I'm gonna address no, that was Search that said that. I'm gonna address Iwan, and then that would be definitely something good for us to talk about, Search. Okay, so Iwan, I could definitely, you're not wrong for feeling in fear, and it's a scary thing to sit and have all of this information hit you like a ton of bricks like this. We definitely, when you hear us speak, we're speaking out of love. And we definitely don't say stuff to make you scared. Like Pineal said, fear is okay. Um, Unfortunately, this is the sad truth of our future. Unfortunately, it's something that we are going to have to deal with. When I first heard of this information, I had two small kids and I used to sit at my computer screen and I used to cry. Truest story, I would never lie to you. And I used to feel such pain and fear in my heart. And I used to just sit and watch videos about different things that were coming upon us like this. And I used to just say, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I believe that this is coming. What am I going to do? And I used to cry. And then as I came into the Bible, as you guys know, I shared with you guys the last time that we were live, I didn't have no Bible foundation. As I grew in the Bible, my faith grew. And through my faith and my connection with the Creator, I felt comforted. Like, I literally feel that it's going to be okay. So the only way that you can actually find peace is, I know that you said like your beliefs, you kind of, look at a little bit of everything and try to put it into your own perspective. But honestly, the Bible prophesies of this stuff. So if you're familiar with the Bible, the reason why I relate to the Bible so heavy is because you read stuff in the Bible that you literally could look out your window, you can turn your news on, and you can actually see this stuff happening. You can't see the Creator, but you can see these events, which confirms. So you can see, maybe somebody else can give Iwan, a 17-year-old kid, some information as well.
But you can see what's going on in the earth with like the feminine movements, homosexuality, transgender. You can see the Lord said wars, rumors of wars, kingdom rising against kingdom. The disrespect that children have today is no morals, no values, no more in society. The people are accepting everything and anything that's bad and that's wicked. These are the last days. So when people throw out the last days, they don't understand what the last days mean. It don't mean the earth is not going to be destroyed. The people are going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So some of y'all may believe in the scriptures or the Most High. Some of y'all may not. That's cool. I'm not here to convince you of the Most High or His Son.
Right.
That is not my job. My job is to proclaim Him and to share my experiences and what we have learned over the years. That's my job. I can't force none of this information on you.
Everything that what we say, guys, we're not reading off of pieces of paper of anything. We're truly speaking off of experience and just previous research and knowledge. Like, a lot of my speaking is off of experience.
So the key thing is getting right with the Creator. That means that you no longer do evil, wicked deeds anymore. People, when you born again, that's what that means. To be born again of the Creator, to have the Spirit of Christ inside your body, reigning and ruling inside you, to where you are obedient, to where you don't commit wicked acts anymore. So you can be protected in those days when this stuff comes upon us. Because if you being weighed down with wickedness, how could you really focus on escaping and moving and listening to the voice of the Creator when you over here being wicked? You can't hear His voice because you wicked. You doing stuff that you have no business doing. You know what I'm saying? And this is the problem that people have in this world. They want to have a good time, but these people behind the scenes they are destroying the very fabric of the Most High creation, the earth, the people. This is what they doing. They don't give a damn about you and I. They don't care if we fight about who's black, who's white, who's Asian, who's Latino. They love this because we are falling right into the trap while they planning our demise every day. So we got to wake up. You know what I'm saying? We have to wake up. You know what I'm saying? So reading the scriptures and applying it to your life. What's wrong with that? Try it. Before you knock it, just try it. Say, I'm going to try it. I'm going to fully give my all into this. A lot of times people listen to a video or they listen to somebody they heard out in the streets banging on the Bible or banging on the Most High, but they have not really actually tried it themselves to get full understanding. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I mean, it's not an easy situation. I mean, we have close family members that don't believe. They really think that we crazy. Like, y'all talking really crazy. They think that we are nuts. But the time is gonna come, and it's gonna be shown. And sadly, so many people are it's gonna hit them like a ton of bricks. They're not gonna be prepared for it at all. So it's definitely, it's reading and also applying stuff to your life. So that's definitely that's it.
But I win. But ain't no, don't have no fear. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you have breath in your body, you have an opportunity to to change yourself and prepare yourself for what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? As long as you breathing, you got time to make it right. But it's up to you to take that time and to apply it. You know what I'm saying? To do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you.
It's really crazy because a lot of guidance and stuff like that comes from the spirit that's within our body, which is a lot of people relate to as your conscious. When people do something wrong, they have something inside of them that says don't do that. It's a low voice that says that's not cool.
He said what?
And a lot of times we'll pause and we'll listen to that voice, but we'll continue on doing whatever we were doing. So you want that voice to be able to guide you throughout these times.
Sean says, Father, I have an idea if you read what I said the last. What did he say?
Let me go up. I'll go up, Puppy. Go ahead. You can talk.
No, I'm not good because I want to read what he said. Very spiritual. That's what's up.
Can you guys post a Bible verse at the end of you guys' video? That's an idea. Search said, I think that's a great idea.
What about
put a different Bible verse at the end of every video. I think that's a very good idea. Definitely. That's a good idea, Sean.
That's cool. I'll do that.
Definitely.
I'll do that. Because let me tell you right now, learning how to fish is cool. Learning how to hunt is cool. Stocking up your food is cool. But it's a flip side to that. And the flip side is what most survival people don't tell you. That if you doing that, it's going to be 1,000 more other people doing the same thing. And what they're not going to tell you is when they do declare money is no longer in effect, people are going to rush out to the stores and they're going to basically loot in supermarkets any way they can to get food, water, snacks, whatever they can get their hands on. And no more trucks is going to be delivering food inside supermarkets. And then you talking about a week and a half to 2 weeks. What you think is going to happen? If ain't no food coming in there, people looting, people rioting all out in the streets because
the food is just gone. You know how it be during storms? Cleared off the shelf, but then after you're being patient and you wait a week, they restock the shelves. Right. No shelves are going to be restocked.
Straight chaos. So what you think is going to happen? Huh? What y'all think is going to happen?
Just News said people are going to turn to each other.
No, they're going to.
Ashy Pop said straight chaos.
They're going to start running in your houses, taking your food. And you have to be ready to defend what's yours. And that's going to be problems. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a serious situation. Your next door neighbor just ate all his food. Now he coming to your house to get food because he hungry. You know what I'm saying? He or she is not gonna ask you. They're gonna be like, they're gonna have a weapon and they're gonna say, give me that, or kill you for it. You talking about food now. I ain't talking about, that's a whole nother level. Starvation is real deal.
During Hurricane Sandy, we were in New York City in Queens. And down the street from our house is a gas station. People were waiting in line for gas for 8 hours. Some people 12, 14 hours, depending on when. And there was no gas at the pump, standing in lines waiting for gas because the pump was empty. Right. The trucks would come in. People would stand there, wait several hours. The trucks would finally come in. The gas would be all consumed before the line was even over with. So being that there was still people waiting in line for 8 hours and then denied. No more gas. They were out of gas. The truck just came, but there was so many people in line for gas. This happened day after day after day. Somebody got a gun, stuck somebody up for their gas. Yeah, if you would stick somebody up for gas, what are you going to do for food?
Exactly.
You could search it right now.
That's a whole
Queens man stuck up for gas. It will come up on the internet.
Exactly. Yeah. Ashley said, I got you. Yeah, I know. It's a whole nother monster. You know what I'm saying? You talking about famine. You know what I'm saying? You talking about famine. Yeah. That ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying?
And we had food during Hurricane Sandy.
Exactly, but
we didn't have no gas. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a serious situation. You know what I mean? When somebody's ribs is touching in the hood, that's why we say when somebody's starving, their ribs is touching. When your ribs is touching, man, you damn near about to do anything for some food. You know what I'm saying? Water too. Like your body can go probably about 3 days without drinking water, then your body start breaking down. Yeah. You talking about no water? Come on, man. Shoot, you better be in this a good spiritual place around that time, because that's gonna be his own.
You're gonna need to be.
You know what I'm saying? You better be fasting, breaking down your body, having some discipline, saving your water. Go a couple of days without, you know what I'm saying, drinking and eating, so you can have some food. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They're going to kill you. It's not even like they're killing you for a whole meal. They're going to kill you for your last can of corn.
You know what I'm saying?
They're going to kill you for a couple pieces of rice. People, I don't even want to get this graphic, but this is just how you really have to believe this. Research it. People are going to be eating their own family.
Yeah, like you talking about cannibalism? That's why you have to be in the spirit. I'd rather die before starvation before I turn into some goddamn cannibalism. I'm sorry, I might eat no human being. That's a no. I don't want to fillet a human being at all. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to eat another human being. What? I can't even, man. That's crazy.
Ashley Pop said we say ma'am in Scotland and Ireland, or just ma in Scotland.
Yeah, man, listen, I can't even do it. So this is the time. This is police brutality.
Thank you for coming, Remixes. We appreciate you. Thank you.
What's my doing on police? I think it's a horrible situation what police be doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the inner city, so they harassed me when I was growing up. You know, did things to me. You know, said things to me. And threw me on cars and rushed up in the building. I seen police choke dudes out, pull out guns on dudes and out in the streets. You know, all type of stuff. That's a horrible situation. But on the flip side, not all police is corrupt like that. But a lot of them are. And one of the reasons why a lot of cops don't basically drop down on other police is because the police department is really a satanic or Freemason order anyway. It's a brotherhood. A lot of people don't understand that. When you read books like Kodak Magica by Tex Mars, he got chapters in there that tell you about the police department ain't nothing but a brotherhood. That's all it is. Anybody know how the police department really started back in the days? They was they was policing the slaves from running off the plantations. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the police department really started. You know what I'm saying? Patrolling the slaves and keeping them in line, making sure that they wasn't trying to escape from their plantation, from their master. You know, it's a horrible thing, man. You know what I'm saying? What they doing out here, but they killing us wholesale. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to be careful, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I don't travel at nighttime like that. You know, like crazy hours, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. You know, in the car. You know, riding on the highway or riding down certain dirt roads and things of that nature. Nah, like I don't mess with that. You know what I'm saying? Always be with a group of people so people can, film, record what these police be doing, man, because they be killing cats, man.
Yeah.
They be killing cats. It's
Texas said the symbol of Freemasonry is right on their badges.
Exactly, man. It's a brotherhood, but they want you to snitch on your comrades in the hood, but they don't want to snitch on their brothers when they do wrong. It's like that is the most hypocrisy. That is so horrible, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a horrible situation, man. It's a horrible situation.
Pineal said that's why cops always get away with stuff. They stick together. Same goes for all other systematic units. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Pineal. Mm-hmm. One of the saddest thing is that other regular people don't even stick together. Like your own family don't even stick together. It's really crazy.
Texas says Trayvon dad.
Yeah, Christopher said I think Trayvon Martin was set up by his own mom and dad. Yeah. And Texas said dad was a Freemason. Yeah.
I'm not selling my daughter to none of these people. Everything we do is gonna be independently owned. I'm not signing no contracts. I ain't getting into no industry. Everything we do is independent. Mm-hmm. That means that if I'm not putting my money up, I ain't doing it.
Right.
Bottom line.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they be into all that stuff. All them children that Kanika Jenkins situation. All them children becoming up missing and all that, man, getting killed and all that, man. Like, your parents be having, like, they hand be into that, man.
Believe what, Tim? Do you really believe that, Texas, or are you just reaching? Believe that Trayvon's dad was a Freemason? That's a fact, Pineal. Or, Tim.
It's pictures on the internet with him. Yeah. And wearing the fuzzer joint on top of his head.
He killed his son. That was a sacrifice.
See.
A lot of times you gotta shed blood.
But here's another thing, right? A lot of people can't believe a lot of things because either they don't want to believe it, or they don't think that people can be that vicious of doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have to look deeper than just how can I say it? You have to look a little bit more deeper than just the surface. People are willing, the scripture says money is the root of all evil. Now I have heard people that have money say, people only say that because they don't have no money. But look what people do for money.
Yeah.
Look for what they do for money. People do a lot of things. You got men and women out here selling their bodies for money. Every day, having sex with Tom, Dick, and Harry. People on the internet starting fake beef with people for money. So people do a lot of things for money and power. So yes, I believe that his parents and them did that. If something like that happened to if something like that happened to my daughter, God forbid, or one of my grandchildren, it's over for me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going AWOL.
We got to understand that a lot of these people are more closely to these fraternities and stuff like that than they are to their own blood kids and stuff.
But let me finish this. It's over for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to jail. Zimmerman would have been he'd have been in a body bag if that was my son. Bottom line. Look what these people ain't doing nothing. I'm killing I'm killing the police officer that killed my son or my daughter or one of my grandchildren if something like that happened. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no turning back for me. These people just let these people just do whatever the hell they want to do, and then their parents don't do nothing. Peep the game, man. You gotta peep the game. They going to all these goddamn shows. You know what I'm saying? Being in freaking Beyonce video. The mother was in Beyonce video. All the mothers of the victim of the son, they was in Beyonce video. For what? What the hell that's gonna do?
Tim said he'd be up north eating burritos.
Exactly. Bottom line. Yeah. Ain't nothing to talk about. Zimmerman would not be walking around making fun all on the internet doing. He would have been off this joint. Bottom line. Ain't nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want even like, I don't wish that on nobody, man. But it's just like these people will do anything for money and power, man. They do anything.
I would want to know how many years do you think we have before all of this stuff starts to happen?
I don't like giving a time frame because the Lord says no one knows the hour or time. You know what I'm saying? You know, in Matthew 24. I mean, you just gotta prepare yourself spiritually, man, and mentally and physically, man.
What they're doing is strategic. It's not like they're just gonna all of a sudden drop on you one day and have this be.
No, but
they're very tactical.
I'm just saying, but he's saying from a personal standpoint, prepare yourself spiritually, mentally, and physically. Get yourself spiritually connected with the Creator. Mentally, get your mind prepared for the thing that you are going to see. You have to be strong in these days, and you can only be strong if you're spiritually strong. You know what I'm saying? And physically, you have to start working out. You know what I mean? Try to eat healthy as you can. You know, and I'm saying that with my two hands, healthy as you can. You know, and exercise. You know what I'm saying? Prepare yourself. You know, for the worst.
Now is the time you got to prepare yourself and don't get, you know, if it happens tomorrow, get ready. If it happens 20 years from now, at least you're going to be ready. It's, you know, getting ready, staying ready, being ready.
Yeah, it's the key.
And, you know,
what I'm saying? It's the key. It's the key.
And it's bigger than us. Like your mom, your dad's not going to be able to protect you. It's like such a spiritual situation that it's not something carnal bodyguard's going to be able to and protect you from. Yeah. It's so much bigger than that. You know, and a lot of people have been talking about this for 10 years now, and people say, oh, well, it's never going to happen. I'm going to go back out to the club. But it is going to happen just because it hasn't happened yet. And to be totally honest with you, you can see them ramping up. They do little things in the news to let you know that it's coming. They've been speaking about the Real ID Act for years now, but now today you can go to DMV.com and you can actually see them advertising for it. So it's like they are planning, they'll speak about it, they'll put a couple things out here and there. It's not going to just hit you like a ton of bricks. It's you have to be woke now and follow the trail of the stuff that's yet to come. They do different tests. A lot of this stuff, weather, different things like that they do, you know, these bombings, these terrorist attacks and stuff like that. That's all they want to do is bring out their toys and test. Mm-hmm. You know, they give you basically martial law type conditions that will only last a couple of a day time frame to let these people that are going to be in charge, it's like on the job training. So it's certain things like that. You can never think, oh, somebody got killed up there, so that's why they got all these guns and toys out and everything else. No, it's a bigger picture than that. It's always a bigger picture. Exactly. They put you, you know, such and such got killed because he got into a car accident. But who was he? Did somebody sacrifice him? You know, so it's definitely, it's just a matter of being prepared for it and never being rocked to sleep.
Exactly, man. Because if you prepared, you know what I'm saying, you prepared spiritually, mentally, and physically, man, so what's your thought on the Bible?
Let me search. I'm going to combine them too, okay? So search said, not only are you preparing yourself for now, you're preparing yourself for eternal life with God. train like a warrior, your mind and your body, so that way your soul can rest with him.
Right. If you do get killed in the process, at least you be right with the Creator.
And that should always be our main concern.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us die basically our life being in vain because we out here being wicked and think that we're not going to pay for the things that we did. Oh, you're going to pay. You're going to pay for that. One way or another.
Right.
You're going to pay for that.
Because Sean said that, I feel like I'm family dealing with you guys. I'm glad that you feel like that, because Sean, and as you come, you'll see all of us here. We basically know each other. We welcome anybody. We're a family.
Soon I'm about to do a Bible class. I'm gonna start doing it. I'm about to get a whole new Skype situation up. Then I'm about to start doing that for the brothers and sisters that's interested into that. You know what I'm saying? That want to get down on that level. You know what I'm saying? So we can build on that. But that's gonna be offline though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to definitely move it to still do this, but some people want like raw scriptures because with our Bibles out, and we want to be able to give that right now. Because
the reason why I say spiritually being connected is you can't be living like I can't be around somebody that's gonna be a liar, or that's gonna be selfish, or that's gonna be an adulterer, or gonna be a murderer, or that's gonna be conniving, deceiving. I can't be around and those times, how can I trust anybody like that around me? You got to be rolling. Like, you got to be really spiritually connected, no defilement, nothing in your body. You got to be straight up and down righteous, holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not, then you're a liability to me. You know what I'm saying? And to my family. I can't have an individual like that around me around that time. You can sell me out to the goddamn damn system.
They be eating your dang damn body.
Exactly.
They be hungry.
You know what I'm saying?
Iwan said I would do that, Pops. It would definitely help me learn. Iwan, if that's something that you want to do, we would definitely make time to make sure that we make that happen. And if you're ready to go on a spiritual journey,
please ask me,
and
Pops.
Anything that we ever speak, we're never here to shove our beliefs, our thoughts, our ideas, and push any type of agenda down your throat. We're never here from that. Honestly, a lot of times we kind of try to not stay away from the spiritual side, but we don't want to feel like, we're shoving the Bible down people's throats and stuff like that. But it just ends up coming. A lot of the solutions to the problems that we face these days is the way that people interact with their own selves. The Bible says, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, and don't do that. So that's all we do is talk, and the Bible ends up coming into it because you can't get away from it. So, that's just that. But that's definitely something that we're going to speak about. Definitely. And something that we've already talked about, having, a get-together where we pull out the Bible. And it's only for people that actually want to hear the Bible. It wouldn't be affected on our Monday and Friday streams. It would be something completely different with anybody else that was interested in hearing scriptures.
Yeah. So, shout out to Marshall. What's up, brother?
Right. Pineal said at least have empathy if you're not spiritual in any sense. That's the truth, Pineal. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, like we don't look down. I don't look down upon no one, man. I just don't. I just, like I said before, I just like-minded people. I'm out with the buffoonery and all the drama. I'm out with all that. We did that already. We did that. You know what I'm saying? Being negative is like water. It flows now today. Like people love being ignorant. Instead of coming up with some solutions to problems that they have, they want to remain the way they is instead of coming up with something. Like, we are the highest of the Most High creation on this earth. He created out of His image and after His likeness. But we don't want to use the brain that He created us to have inside of us. We don't want to think. We don't want to, come up with positive solutions. These people spend billions of dollars on the military, on the next big plane, the jet, the ship. How about you spend that money on bettering this country, man? Bettering the people, bettering the food, bettering the water.
Animals listen to the Most High and obey the Most High.
It's crazy
better than us humans do. To be completely honest with you.
You know how much one stealth bomber costs in the military? $1 billion. About $2-3 billion just to build one of them Jones. With your tax dollars. Come on. They telling you that they don't give a damn about no damn peace. They want war. Because war is about conquering and destroying and it's about power. You know what I'm saying? So we got to wake up, man, and really decide, man, about manifest. I love people that manifest righteousness.
Johnny says, what is your thoughts on the Bible?
The Bible to me is not what I don't look at the Bible like. Let's get something straight first too, to clear the air. I have nothing against Christians. Nothing against them. I think that they are people that's trying, they searching, they trying to find the Creator. But people get things mixed up, and I'm gonna explain to you why before I answer your question. Matter of fact, to add on to your question, you have doctrines of Christianity that's not doctrines of the Scriptures, meaning that a lot of things that Christians believe is not according to the Scriptures. It has nothing to do with the word of the prophets or of the Messiah. Nothing to do with it. It's man-made. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't look at the Bible as other people look at it. I look at it as prophets was sent to the people to put them back on the right path because they was doing the most ungodliest things. The Messiah came, he had to put us back on the path of the Most High. So I look at the Bible as a spiritual book.
It's so much words, more than words on a piece of paper. You could actually feel it.
Yeah, it's a connection. So people say, I don't know how to live. I don't know what to do. All you got to do is just research. You know what I'm saying? Research and read. Keep reading and research. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we're going to try to do something, with that.
And people say that the Bible was written by a man, but all books were written by a man.
Exactly.
And if you really look at the Bible for what it is, like I said before, like you can see, you could read the Bible, you could look out the window, you can turn your news on, you can do an internet search and see things that the Bible speak about are really in effect.
Right, and
it's really going down.
Yeah, but then people hold on to other books. You got people like Malachi York wrote books. You got Elijah Muhammad. You got Farrakhan, Dr. Clark, Dr. Ben. You got all these different other people, but people hold on to them books. Why? What makes those books more valid than the Scriptures? Why?
Exactly, Search. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
He said, there's times I have read a verse and almost shed a tear. That's when you know it's true. And shed many tears, Search. Or just start thinking about all the filthy, nasty, wicked things that you've done.
Right. Or you read something and it convicts you. It reproves you. It's like, you're like, that's whack. You think what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So stuff should... He said what? He said YouTube.
Wow, that's crazy, Pineal. He said YouTube just cut me off. I snapshotted it and sent it to Lily. Suspect. I was saying being in the know is like Constantine. Once you see them, they can see you, and boom, shut off. Not stopping me. Yeah. That's crazy, Pineal. I'm gonna check that out because Tim's was saying that same exact thing too. That's really crazy. And yo. Like, honestly, we haven't went over, 25 people in this stream. Okay, so, if they was ever really, truly concerned about us just reaching 25 people, that's extremely scary. They don't want no type of sliver of stuff or change coming out. And I ain't even trying to sound deep because... I don't even feel like it should even be okay, if I got 25 people, so what, compared to millions of people that walk the face of this earth, but I guess they feel otherwise. Right. That's crazy. Right. Iwan said, bit random, but I believe I might be playing for a professional soccer team very soon. The Scout said, I'm talented enough to play for a Premier League team. Finally got a response after 3 or 4 weeks. Wow, that's great, Iwan. That's so good. I'm glad for you.
Doing your thing.
That's interesting. And actually, I had something else that Iwan said earlier. He said, remember the stabbings that I was talking about? Yeah. Remember he was talking about that yesterday? Yeah. He said it's getting crazy over here, even in the UK. So, in the UK, stabbings are like guns. Like, since they're not allowed to have, they don't have guns over there. In the UK, they have knives. That's a scary situation.
Yeah, I'm sure
I would definitely be safe. Definitely.
I said in the video, in the reaction we did today, I said that it don't take no heart pulling out a gun and shooting somebody. It take heart to run up on somebody and stab them, to feel their blood on your hands, and you hearing them scream and moan and cry. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get away from me. That's that's vicious.
More heart, definitely.
That's vicious to run up on somebody and just start stabbing them. That's crazy. Yeah, like UK, it's crazy over there with that.
Right.
Like over there, knives over there is like guns. You know what I mean?
Right. That's definitely the truth. Pineal said, do your thing, Iwan. Don't let them stop you from living your life. Enjoy it. Could have more time than we think. No point in wasting it with fear. Right. That's definitely the truth, Pineal. Because, like, when I first got into this, my life was going differently. And I was like, nah, I don't want to go back to school. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And I felt like I had to, like, hurry up and get ready and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like, I could have used a couple of little extra skills or something to benefit me right now today with what, we have going on, marketing, things like that. I would have been able to benefit from that. But I was just like, no, I'm going to just roll out and get a couple of dollars where I can, but thinking that time was shorter than it was. So that's the truth. I would definitely don't let it stop you from living your life, but definitely be very, very conscious of how you spend your time, and know that you definitely have to prepare yourself for sure. Definitely. Yeah. Serge said, remember what happened to the young bull in the Bronx, Junior. Yeah, man. So many times, man, stabbings are worse. We know somebody that happened to. It's a horrible, horrible thing. Horrible thing.
Please. But you know something, Christopher? A lot of dudes don't even got heart to go stab somebody. They don't even got heart to do that.
Yeah, that's the truth, right, Christopher?
These dudes out here, if your manhood was based on hand skills or your knife game, a lot of dudes out here that's tough with the guns would be punks. You feel me? They be straight punks. That's why when cats go to jail, they get punked in jail because jail don't got no guns. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they somebody woman because you can't fight.
Exactly.
You can't fight. So a lot of times they go to jail and be straight up and down somebody boo.
Yeah.
In their job.
Yeah, like Aaliyah said, she thinks about Junior all the time. She definitely does. A lot of stuff that happens to people that Aaliyah sees on social media, it affects her. She's real personal with a lot of stuff.
Yo, but that Junior situation, man, come to find out.
A lot of these bullying stories and stuff like that, directly impact us.
Yeah, come to find out that girl basically lied and said that Junior was who she was messing with, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It came out, but see, but this is what this is what I'm saying.
Right.
See, now peep the game though. This is what I'm saying. Now that was a sad situation with Junior, right? Mm-hmm. But why did she do what she do? Because she was doing stuff she had no business doing. She was being a thought on the internet, letting dudes, know what I'm saying, ramshacking and all that, and then her brothers and them found out about it, and then they wanted to put that work in.
She lied. She lied. Pointed Junior
out.
She called Junior over just to get. She knew that they was gonna kill that boy.
Right.
She called him over because he looked like she was trying to protect the actual kid that she was messing with.
Exactly.
That's crazy. That's such a horrible person.
She should be locked up.
How you do something like that? Kashawn, one thing I want to read, he said, did you know people put tape over the computer camera because they think that the government is watching them?
I got tape on my laptop right now, brother. I make Aaliyah put tape over her computer. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it might sound crazy. They may be watching you. They may not be watching you, but at least protect yourself. You can't think, oh, they wouldn't do that to me. That's when you get rocked to sleep. Mm-hmm. At least saying, let me be careful and let me do this. I'm not being affected by a piece of camera over my piece of tape over my camera. It's gonna be okay. So you protected, and it's okay. Thinking that you're crazy for doing it, I don't think so. You're just protecting yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, my whole laptop started having issues. Why whisper?
He said I put tape over mine and mine started bugging out. Wow. He said my whole laptop started having issues. That's crazy, Whisper.
Just News. He said I know somebody works
for
the
FBI. They are watching. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So.
And the whole entire thing about it is like, what's wrong with doing something even if you don't know exactly if they're truly watching you? What's wrong with putting a piece of tape over it? The Pineal said, I got tape on mine too. Once you're listed, you can't take chances. Exactly. And there are many ways to find out if you're on a list. Besides, hackers watch too. So wise to have it regardless. Right, Pineal? Exactly. Like I said, even Mark Zuckerberg put tapes over his. That's crazy, exactly. Texas. I don't know. It was around when I was reading a lot of conspiracy articles and documentaries. Wow, Whisper.
Christopher said, he said, that's why I said I don't put anything on the internet that could get me set up. Exactly.
Right, Christopher. Exactly. Right.
Yo, that be right now. A lot of dudes getting cases.
Marshall, he said I taped a dime on mine. That's funny, Marshall. Hey, that might be better than the piece of paper, Marshall. Exactly. You might be onto something.
I say, a lot of dudes that be in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? That's why that rapper right now, what's his name? The Baby. He right now dealing with a situation with a fan because his bodyguards, these dudes filmed it. Why would you film that? You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes, everybody want to be as the tough guy. Yo, when I was coming up, you wanted to get away with the crime, not go to jail for the crime.
Yeah.
So, like something wrong with these cats out here, man. Yeah. They bugged, man. Something wrong with them. I don't give a damn how many niggas you killed, how many times you been in jail, how many times you beat a dude up. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but to be completely honest with you,
they're
all
crazy,
these Google Home, Alexas, and all that other stuff too.
That's another story.
That's the same thing. Amazon even admitted that in order for them to research and make the product better, that they're listening to people through them Google Homes and all that other stuff.
So they admitted that. Yeah, these dudes is crazy nowadays. Being dumb is gangster. Exactly.
Yeah, Johnny said most of them police. I wouldn't doubt it, Johnny. That's the truth.
Yeah, man. These dudes are incriminating themselves heavy on this John, yo.
Yeah.
People like putting guns on the video. I'm gonna do this. Like, if you got a problem with an individual, go see that man without a phone, without an entourage.
That's why they got mad at that gangster. Who was he? Prince? What was his name?
Jay Prince. Yeah.
Jay Prince. Yeah. Like you old school. Like you know better than that.
And everybody,
you getting on the internet trying to call some kingpin gangsters.
Everybody acting like he was standing because he got the nigga chain back. You went on social media and did that. Of course, niggas gonna give up the chain now because you over calling niggas out. Nigga ain't no damn gangster, man.
But you don't do that. Like he said, you have my phone number. You get in contact with me offline. What is all of this?
Yo, he's in the industry. He's not all that street stuff that
you think exactly.
It's over. He in the industry now.
Yeah. Because Sean said also, did you guys know that a warehouse job is a slave job nowadays? Wow. Any job is a slave job, to be honest with you, Kashawn. If you going to work 9 to 5, you on the plantation.
Exactly.
Don't matter if you working in a warehouse or whatever.
He says social media is the police online. Exactly, Christopher. It says DeMonte said, not to mention how a bunch of dudes around you dudes singing louder than
people in the opera. If you're gonna do dirt, do it by yourself. Exactly,
DeMonte. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Freaking know about Nation said he said I do, but He said, I do my dirt by my lonely, man. You don't be, come on, man. 50 niggas in the video talking about, yo, we gonna kill you when we see you.
And then you get online and post it up online. Like, how stupid can you ever be?
Figure talking about I'm real. No, you ain't.
How many times have they brought?
Real. I always say they real. They real fake. That's what they is.
How many times have they brought online evidence in
all
and used
the time.
it against people? As a matter of fact, that
time.
cat that Jay Prince had a situation with.
Yeah, online.
He got off because all of his boys was posting stuff, but he didn't post nothing.
He didn't post nothing.
So that's a whole entire another situation. That's crazy.
6ix9ine was police from the beginning.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. Talking about all that blood and all this and that. There ain't no blood. You a snitch. And I don't like snitches. And not because of the reason of the streets. It's because if if me and one of y'all do a crime together, right? We know what we doing is wrong, because we are conspiring to do something illegal that we're not supposed to be doing.
Right.
And if I get caught, I'm in jail, but you free. You can help me out in the world. Why would I want to put you behind bars with me to put you in this and put you in harm? When you lock somebody up, you putting them in harm's way. Right. That's what you doing. Because there ain't no guarantee that they're going to get out of there.
Exactly.
You could die in jail. You feel what I'm saying? Not only by the inmates, but by the COs. You feel what I'm saying? So why would I want to put you in harm's way if me and you both freaking conspire to do a crime? That's crazy. I don't understand how dudes do that. So I'm willing to lessen my sentence to give you life in prison. I'm telling you I don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes don't, they have no character, no morals, no values. These dudes is horrible today, man. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he paid that dude $20,000 to shoot at freaking Chief Keef, and then he snitched on him. She's now should be having life in prison, not getting out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
didn't somebody in that camp get locked up not too long before he actually got locked up, and he didn't help somebody or something?
Man, they said
he didn't even get him a lawyer. They
said that this dude is locking up a lot of dudes, man. They said he done in Brooklyn. He cannot. If they see him out there, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over. He says, "Do you think snitching is acceptable to people who not?" Nah.
No, not in that life. No. If you're not in that life, right?
No, like if you're not in that lifestyle, you can rat all you goddamn want. Because I mean, if something's going on in your community, like drug dealing and all that, and you're a citizen, you have the right to get on the phone and call.
Or if they shooting down the block and everything else,
call
you can't even walk outside your door without being in danger of being shot. Yeah. And if you're not living that life, you're not about that life.
Yeah, call the police because you have the right to live in a safe environment. You have that right. Why should you be freaking ducking all in your damn freaking goddamn bathtub or under your bed from goddamn gunshots? Why should you have to be subjected to that? You dig what I'm saying? It's crazy out here, man. But if you in the game, nah, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. Because me and you basically hurting me by putting me behind bars for the rest of my life while you out in the world in 5 to 10 years you be able to walk free. And I'm in here forever. Nah, that's not cool, man. He said Trey said he better move to the mountain. He better move to Mars, nigga. He better move to Mars. That's what he better move to. Serious.
Christopher said someone shot a bullet through my auntie kitchen and she called the cops. You're damn right. Now, stupid stuff like that, Christopher. Yes. Like if somebody was standing there, that could have killed somebody, man. That's crazy. Frost said we have to call the police because it's against the law to take it up in our own hands, right? And a lot of times people be ignorant. They won't even listen to you, you know? Cam said, I agree. If you ain't in that life, you know the consequences. Exactly, Cam. Johnny said, all in industry was planning this. Just go watch the Get the Strap video. 6ix9ine is the only one in the police car, and they shooting on him. That's funny.
Oh, man.
Pineal, snitching is not calling the law to do what they are supposed to do. Snitching is ranting on your homie if you do dirt. Exactly. Mm-hmm. It's betrayal. Can't betray someone you don't know. Exactly.
What part of New York I'm from? From Brooklyn, Brownsville, Brooklyn. I mean, Blake Avenue between Mother Gas and the Rockaway, the heart of that jump. You know what I mean? And but every city has snitches.
Yeah.
And every city has stand up dudes. You know what I'm saying? I remember at one point dudes was getting on dudes from DC was getting on dudes from New York saying like New York dudes snitch. But then I thought about it. I said, hold up, didn't that dude Rayful Edmonds snitch on the damn Colombian cartel that he was rolling with? So I mean, it's snitches everywhere, baby. You know what I mean? Every city, every town, every country, niggas will snitch on you in a minute out here. You know what I'm saying?
Pineal said the same people that say stop snitching these days don't know the code. They will snitch your wallet. Hood cops is what I call them.
Yeah, but
honestly, Pineal, what you think, Pineal? Like, I kind of feel like watching these young kids today, they have no code. Like, stuff that from, like, years ago, like, that you just automatically didn't do. Like, a lot of people, believe it or not, with 6ix9ine are, like, okay with him doing what he did. It's kind of weird. Like, they really have no code that they live by. It's just by every man for themselves, get money by any means necessary. These kids will do anything these days for a couple of dollars. It's really crazy. It's so scary. Like, everybody, like, about that bag. They got to get that bag. Even if it means, like, selling your own self. Mm-hmm. They got to get that bag. DeMonte said, remember there used to be a code. These days, that's before dishonor. These dudes don't understand that now. Right.
Johnny said, what? It says, what's the street code? Basically the street code is when you live in that criminal life, is certain things that you don't do. You don't tell on your friends when you get caught up. You have to be heartless. You know what I mean? And that lifestyle, you can't have no heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the rules. That's the rule. It's just crime. And in that crime element is certain codes that you have to live by. Otherwise, and it's a lot of dudes that, I said the street is a myth, like Troy Ave said. Yeah, well, Troy Ave was claiming he was from the streets and popping all this junk, but until he met some real gangsters. And when he met some real gangsters and got his behind pop, now he want to say the streets. Now all of a sudden the streets is a myth now. Come on, man, out of here. He's scared and he don't want that drama no more. But before he got shot, he was the most biggest gangster on the planet. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. He really wasn't about that life.
Parnell said nowadays they do it to scare people into allowing them to destroy their community while claiming an honor code, but treat the community that protects them and they don't call the cops like crap.
He said snitching is when you call the law on somebody who trying to make his money. Nah, that's not. If an old lady, well, matter of fact, not even an old lady. Let's just say a woman that lives in the community and she works, and she's trying to keep her children safe in her community, and it's drug dealers selling drugs right next door to her, and it's constant negative activity back and forth. She has a right to call the police and get them niggas up out of there, because it's not safe there. You know what I'm saying? That's not snitching. She has a right to live in a safe environment for her children. A snitch is when somebody is selling drugs with their boys, and they agree to do this crime, and then one of them get caught, and then he rats on his boy and say, well, he was a kingpin. Right. It's his drugs.
Or two people rob a bank, one person gets caught, the other person gets away.
And then he says, well, he live here. You can find him there, and then now he's locked up. That's a snitch.
That's a snitch. You guys doing a crime together.
You know what I'm saying?
Or you guys both about that life.
Ever heard of Move
bombings over here in Philly?
Nah.
What's that search? Right. Christopher said you can't snitch on a body that has nothing to do with it. Right. Exactly.
Right. And that's the problem is when a law-abiding citizen calls the police on some negative activity that's going on in the communities, they just want to live safe. You know what I'm saying? It's not safe for them to live when they hearing gunshots every night. And freaking crack vials all in the goddamn park, all in the goddamn hallways. And then you got, you know what I'm saying, wild parties and like people coming to cop drugs in certain apartments. It's not safe.
Yeah.
So they have a right to live safe, man. They just trying to survive like everybody else, but people in their community make it hard for them to survive. Because when niggas start shooting, they never hit the target. They always hit innocent people. A little child be sitting in the damn bed sleeping, and then they dead now because they got a bullet in their head. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's crazy out here, man.
Demonte said, on top of that, dudes be home informants. I definitely agree, Demonte. I think even a lot of these, like, polite and them, all these so-called conscious people that they have going to the urban communities, I feel like they're informants as well. Like, they're agents. They're here to cause chaos and things like that.
Niggas like Vlad TV, you know, going on there telling him your criminal past and all that. Nigga, you better stop doing that.
Frost said, so does snitching depend on the circumstance?
No, it depends on, who said that?
Frost. He asked that.
Frost, if me and you decide to do crime together and say we're going to be crime partners for life, and me and you rob banks, me and you go into banks and take the money out of there, and we're going to say we're going to do this, and if we both get caught, then we're going to do the time. But one of us get caught, and then one of us tell on each other. I'm a snitch, or you a snitch. You feel what I'm saying? Period. Because we agreed to do something criminal. And we know it's wrong. Anytime you do anything criminal, you know it's wrong. Period.
And you know the risk before you do it.
You know the risk before you do it. That's why dudes be running.
With everything that we do, we know the risk before we do it.
All that, like all that mistake stuff that cats be saying. When you out there selling drugs, you know when the police be rolling up, where to put the drugs, how to stash the drugs, where to put the guns. You know how to do all that. Because you don't want to get caught. Because you know if you get caught, you're going to jail. So you know. So it is what it is.
Right, and compared to, okay, say somebody's walking down the street and they bringing their groceries into their house. They don't have nothing to do with anything. They just happen to live on that street. And they get shot. They seen point blank who shot them. They know exactly who shot them. They aren't about the street. They don't have anything to do with anything. They were caught by a stray bullet. Do they tell the cops who shot them?
Wow.
You're damn right that they should tell the cops who shot them.
Since they burned the whole block. That's crazy. Search for real?
Wow.
That's crazy, man. The hell's going on? Yo, I be watching Philly on the news, man. Philly off the hook, man. Philly off the hook. Yeah, I know about Philly.
They
Philly
dropped
off the hook.
a bomb in the house. That's crazy.
That's vicious, man.
That's crazy.
And you had to go.
They burned the whole block.
And you had to
How long ago was that, Search?
And you had to go and put the fire out, huh?
Yeah.
This happened in the 80s. Oh, it happened in the 80s.
That's crazy.
So speaking
of they were sort of like the Black Panther movement. That's crazy.
Nah, what about their situation, Demonte? What happened? He said, "Nah, thank God."
Serious.
I know you was there. I mean, I know you ain't be happy we had to deal with that. That's man, dudes is vicious. What about what happened with them, Demonte? What's their situation?
Yeah. Okay, so Kashawn, that's a perfect example. He said yesterday someone baited a pizza delivery man. They robbed him and beat the crap out of him. So now I want to ask the stream. Should the pizza man has a description of this guy. Should the pizza man call the cops and say I was just beaten and robbed? I want to hear from you guys. You guys tell me.
I'm gonna read that.
What should be done in that case?
I'm gonna read that. He says they were beefing during Rolling Loud. There was a shootout from one of their camps. And the innocent man got hit. Wow. See what I'm saying, man? That's crazy. And he died?
Oh my!
Wow.
During the Rolling Loud, that was like the big concert that happened with a lot of artists there.
Wow.
Dang.
He said, yeah, if the pizza man
ain't a street dude, exactly.
Yeah, he ain't gonna snitch on him. Yeah, I would too if I ain't part of the streets. Yeah, right. Or I'm gonna handle it myself.
Yeah, exactly, Vera. Right. He just trying to do his job.
Exactly. That's crazy. But you know, like these dudes supposed to get into hip hop to change their life, to feed their family, but they still bringing that negative energy into the industry, man. He should call the cops if he was beaten. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, she got shot. NBA YoungBoy's baby mother got shot.
She got hit when he was trying to shoot out.
Serious? Wow.
Woo, that's horrible.
Wow.
I can't. Binance said I can't respect people that don't respect their own community yet expect respect that they don't deserve. Exactly. They have no honor. They are even worse than the cops sometimes. It's terrible, right? And people be ruining their own communities and then trying to call on the police for help and, you know, other different situations to clean up their communities. But you have to be the one to clean up your community. Yeah, like you have to stop this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I'm sorry. I ain't know nothing about that situation with them dudes. Yo, ain't that young boy the one that got the herpes? Oh my lord, yeah, he the one that got the herpes.
Yeah. Oh, Dre said, yeah, that happened. I would stop rapping and go MIA if I was young boy.
That's crazy. So they even kill people that's trying to clean up the community.
Right, right, Pineal. That's the truth.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
But then at the same time, Pineal, then you move out of the hood because you're no longer involved in that type of life. And then people get mad because you left your hood. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Yo, Dre crazy, yo. He said, yeah, that boy burning. Oh, man. Yeah, yo, that boy, yo. He's in a horrible position getting shot at. Baby mom's getting hit. He over here. They both got the jobs. Yo, both of them got it, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Both
and several other females. You know how many females will still mess with him just because he's NBA YoungBoy?
That's that.
Yes, yes.
How could you? Yo, are you serious?
Yes.
Yo, how could you mess with
That's
dude
what I'm
knowing that he got that?
saying.
That's crazy. These females.
You think that females still want him?
Man, these females out of their damn mind. How you gonna mess with a dude knowing that he got that?
And then they'll have sex with him, and then they turn around and go and have sex with somebody else afterwards. Wow. And that's just how all this stuff gets spread around.
I didn't know that. That's crazy,
man.
This is what's up, Sean? What's up, brother?
Hey, Sean. He said, what up, family? Gotta change philosophies. You could love your neighborhood without loving poverty. That's the truth, Sean. Definitely. How you doing today, Sean? How was your week?
But check this out, though. I lived in, the projects, 50 deep. And people always say it's poverty, but I know everybody ate every day. People was wearing Jordans, driving around in Benzes, Lexuses, chains on their neck every day. You know what I'm saying? So
some people have it harder than others.
Yeah,
though,
some people do.
Some
people do. But I'm saying, but I'm saying is, we live in a community. A community. It's called a community.
Right.
So I should not be driving around in these type of cars knowing that my brothers and sisters,
your neighbors, are hungry.
In need.
Right.
They need butter. They need milk. They need cereal.
Or spending $2,000 for
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
A device.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
When you know that somebody around you is hungry. That's the thing. Like, to me, it's not the money that's evil. It's the people that are evil.
It's the
because if you have money, nobody around you, whether you know them or not, nobody should be hungry.
And I'm gonna say this, right? You got the Jews that live in Crown Heights and Williamsburg in Brooklyn. They live sometimes like a block away from, Black Americans and Latino and communities. And they community oriented because you know why? They stick together. They have businesses together. They have harmony together. Wow, we can't do that. My thing is, why do we need a plan? And like, this is a question I have for y'all in the chat. Why do we need a plan to love and respect each other? You don't need a plan for that. You just gotta manifest that.
Right.
That's all you gotta do.
On the individual level.
If you love and respect your brothers and sisters in your neighborhood, you can have it all.
Yeah.
But we can't do that. I can't drive around in a nice car with a big chain on my neck, 4-finger ring, John, a nice beautiful shorty on the side without a nigga hating on me.
Good for you, Sean. Stay busy, stay strong. Never stop, never give up, man. Sean. Good for you.
It's crazy, man. Definitely crabs and exactly, man. Crabs, man.
Yo, Dre said females would pay to get herpes from young boy just to flex on the Instagram. That's sad, but that's true though. That is so true.
Parnell said the Bloods and Crips were actually a narcotic organization to prevent drugs. Yeah, they was. But then they let the government come in there and infiltrate. You know what I'm saying?
Crabs in the barrel basically go back to the Willie Lynch letter.
You know what I'm saying?
Cam said, would y'all say the original meaning for the ghetto still exists, or is it the crabs in a bucket mentality that keeps people down?
I mean, I would say it's a mixture of different, different things in there. It's like a lot of mentality in there, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We understand we understand the government role and what they do because they don't want black and brown people to unite and have that love for each other. So they constantly keep putting things in there to keep us down and out. But we have to choose not to pick up the garbage and filth that they trying to put out to us. We have to say no. I'm not selling drugs to my brothers and sisters. No, I'm not picking up this gun, killing another black man.
Right.
I'm not going to do that.
Once again, it comes down to us.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the number one problem.
Yeah, it starts with us.
You know what I'm saying? We have to learn.
And a lot of the stuff don't even start with money. You just have to clean up your morals and your values. You don't need money to clean that up.
Exactly. Like respect, like having love and respect for your brothers and sisters don't take money to do that.
Yeah.
It just takes your effort, your energy, your dedication to do that.
Texas said, I just want to say that I have a lot of respect for y'all speaking on topics majority people stay away from, and I respect the teenagers in this chat trying to gain as much knowledge as they can from the grown. Definitely, Texas. Totally agree. That. Absolutely agree. And to the teenagers, we love y'all. And, if any of this, you guys have any questions, anybody that's young, and you guys may just be here because y'all rock with us. If you hear something that you want to know more about, definitely feel free to ask if you're confused, so that way we can go in depth.
Yeah. Some are woke up, yeah. Some are. It's a lot of people that's in the the hood that's awoke.
Yeah.
And that's rolling and doing what they got to do. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But we all have to do it. It just can't be just a handful or a couple of thousand. It has to be the whole community. And we got to get rid of the knuckleheads that's out there destroying our community. Like, listen, I've been with dudes that lived in Brooklyn that was too lazy to go upstairs and use the bathroom. Niggas pissing in the elevator. I seen them with my own eyes.
Right, they was right out in front of their house.
Just lazy. It had nothing to do with, he had a mental defect or he had a slave syndrome. It was a nigga was just too lazy to go into his own apartment and use the bathroom. He pissed right in the elevator.
Ask your question, Iwan. I'm looking for you, Iwan. Go ahead and ask
Crazy
your question.
Stuff. Rolling up a blunt, pulling all the blunt all the blunt paper all over the goddamn floor in the hallway. Just putting it all through the window shit. Like, this ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I seen it with my own eyes. People out there just starting trouble for no reason. I just don't like you. Why are you looking at me for? Yo, I want his sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I seen it with my own eyes. Like, a lot of times it was just people because they don't care. You know what I'm saying? He says what? Justin says.
Pops is renter versus owner mentality. Renter versus owner mentality. Kashawn said, I just want to thank him, and I want to thank you guys also. You guys give me reason to live and live a better life. Glad to hear that, Kashawn. Definitely glad to hear that. We're all here to encourage each other. We battle ourselves every single day. We're never going to stop battling. We're all here to fight the fight and, to encourage each other to be strong. So that's why we love our family. This community is for us. So definitely feel the same way about you, Kashawn.
Yeah, but I'm not saying everybody out there is not, because they not. You know what I mean? Like, every day you got people that work hard, they law-abiding citizens, they positive, and they live in those environments. You know what I'm saying? Every day.
Iwan said that's my question.
What?
I don't see a question for you, Iwan.
What question is that?
Yeah, he said I got a question, and then after that I seen you said that's my question. Which one is your question, Iwan? Pineal said, yeah, it's disgusting. Like, go to your house and pee. I feel you on that, Pops. They just don't give AF. It's like a spell and a cast on them. That's the truth. Walking with demons on them. You get it and laugh. Right, Pineal.
It's crazy.
Right. And that's just, but that's not even just, that's a sad situation. And they don't see nothing wrong with it.
I have a childhood friend. He was in it was in the papers. If you look up Brownsville murder, his brother murdered him, and like me and him grew up from the sandbox. We grew up, you know what I'm saying, young, and his brother was high on some drugs, and he stabbed his brother in the throat and in the chest area, and he ran across the street to his mother's house because he was at his brother's house when he got stabbed, and he ran across the street to the next building, and he collapsed in the hallway trying to get help. And this is my childhood friend, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with both of them, but I was more closer to the one that got killed. And it was just like stuff like that.
His own brother.
Yeah, his own brother took his life because he was high on drugs and he didn't know what he was doing. And my man that got killed was about knowledge. We used to build on conversations all the time. You know what I mean? And it's like that when you see stuff like that happen to a dude that was living positive, and he got stabbed by his brother, because his brother was high on drugs and he was like loony. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, at that moment. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that's crazy, man. So you said what was your question? He said what? What's the name said? What you mean, renter or owner mentality? Yeah, by his own brother. By his own brother.
Yeah.
And his brother got locked up and all that, and his brother wanted to kill himself because he was so high on drugs he didn't know what he did. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a sad situation. He says, "See, this is why I can't deal with these cats." Exactly, man.
Yeah.
It's a sad situation. It's like
thing.
for the rest of his life, he he has to deal with him taking his brother off the earth.
Yeah, he didn't even he pled guilty to it. Like he just stood at the crime scene waiting for the cops to come. Like that was such a sad situation. He went right to the precinct. He admitted to it. He didn't even go on trial. Nothing. They automatically gave him time, and he did his time, and that was that.
Yeah, he's still locked in.
Yeah, sad situation. Yeah.
And like when I heard about that, it hurt me. It hurt me because it's like, damn. Like,
there was one brother that was doing something with himself, and the other brother wasn't doing nothing with himself. Yeah. The brother that was doing something with himself is the one that died.
Yeah, man. So when you hear stuff like that, you be like, damn. It's like, yo, you killed your own family, man.
Yeah, for no reason.
Stupid, man.
Over nothing. Horrible.
Man, it's crazy. So what's the question they talking about?
Yeah, Cam said, I feel you, Pineal. What people call issues and addictions are demons that got control over them. Exactly, Cam. Exactly. Yep, definitely. Even something simple as eating too much food. It's not cool. Anything that you do and you can't live without, and you do it, every day, and you gotta have it. It's definitely it's a demonic spirit up in your zone.
Yes, all right, Sean. So we're gonna do y'all open up the. I love it. Yeah, me love you too, brother. You know what I'm saying? Blessed man. Have a blessed one. He says, I said turn up class in 2020. Tell her this.
Oh, that's 6ix9ine. Okay, 6ix9ine. You be on Twitch, right? Aaliyah's in here. Aaliyah's typing from her account. Okay. That's good to know. If y'all from Twitch and got a different name, y'all gotta tell us.
He says with.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Just news. So that was the question.
So he says with no ownership, there is no reason to care.
Because someone else will clean it up. When you live in the projects, you don't own it, so you don't gotta clean it up.
But still,
no. He's saying that's the mentality. Mentality, so that's your question. When I see what I
housing,
see.
Housing authority up in there in that joint cleaning it up. Imagine you working for housing authority, you gotta come in the goddamn freaking building and freaking clean the pissy ass elevator.
Yeah.
I don't want to be smell like piss. I don't want to be having to be.
But at the end of the day, you gotta take them elevators every day. Like exactly. You gotta be the one, to walk through them hallways.
Exactly. Yeah. That's not cool, man.
I heard many disturbing stories from the deep web. Yeah, it's sad, Johnny. Definitely. Has anybody ever seen demons?
Yeah, I seen them. Yeah, I see him. See him all the time.
The search said my wife seen the Grim Reaper at the hospital, or the way she described it, it was it. Oh, during the situation with her childbirth search? That's scary. I mean, it was about to touch her feet. Wow.
I see demons all the time, bro. All the time.
Elaborate on that, Ben.
It's not when people want to see stuff physically. I mean, or see it visually with the eyes. Anytime somebody is manifesting wickedness, they are displaying a demonic spirit inside their bodies. You feel what I'm saying? So when you see a child molester or a rapist, that's a demon. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. So you seeing living manifestations of demonic activity in people's bodies on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? So when you see somebody kill somebody, or you know somebody that killed somebody, or it's a killer in your neighborhood, he got demons in him. That is the manifestation of demonic or ungodly or unrighteous behavior. When you see that, so you see it every day when two people argue and they bickering back and forth over nonsense. It's demonic because it's negative. You know what I'm saying? So it says, the Bible says also the spirit is truly ready, but the vessel is weak. Yeah, the body is weak. That's why I be laughing at people that be sitting here saying that, I'm God. I'm a goddess. And I got all this knowledge. You got what? What you got? You know what I'm saying? We are subjective unto oppressors all across the board. How you this when you are subjected unto them? That makes no sense. Kings and queens and goddesses or gods ain't subjected to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, people love to give themselves titles, but I truly want to be free. I don't know about you, but I want to be free out there, John. I don't want to be subjected to nobody. Or live in the world to where it's injustice all across the board. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to go to sleep. I win, man.
Iwin, should guns be banned? Let's make that a topic for the for Monday, Iwin. If you can't watch it, we understand. You'll be able to watch it back.
So
Monday will be, should guns be banned, and we'll have a conversation about that. Right. Okay. So Cam said, but the Bible also says that the spirit is truly ready, but the vessel is weak.
But you have to yield to the spirit and not the vessel, not your carnal nature. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got to understand. There's a difference between carnality and spirituality, but these demons don't have no bodies. These demons are literally spirits.
Active in people. Like, they have to use your body.
They need your body to fulfill the pleasures, to fulfill the demonic activity. Exactly. They get pleasure. So if somebody has sex all the time, or if they do nasty, disgusting, horrible sexual things during their sexual activities, the demons get pleasure from that. The demons are pleased. You're just feeding a demon. If you do drugs, it's not you necessarily that want the drug. It's the demon that's inside of you that has the addiction, that's getting fulfilled every time somebody does a drug. Right. Even the demon will make you think like, oh, you need it. Today was a stressful day, so you got to do this today. They'll kind of put that spirit up in you, and then before you know it, you're like, yeah, I wasn't gonna smoke today, but on the other hand, it's Friday, or I did have a bad week, so I do need to smoke. That's the demons talking to you. Because they need you to pleasure them. They can't pleasure themselves.
Peace out, Win. Peace out, brother. He said the soccer. You crazy. This is what's inside. The outside doesn't hold weight like that. No, it doesn't.
No, that's the reason why when we die, our bodies are left here.
No, I mean, it ain't. See, these spirits move on another frequency, man. We can't see these joints, but you can see them in people when people commit acts. You dig what I'm saying? That's how you can see them. That's how. So when you ask me the question, I say, yeah, I see them every day. You know what I'm saying? When you turn on your computer, your TV, or you be outside and you see somebody doing something ungodly, that's a demonic joint right there.
Right, like Pineal said, a fourth dimensional being. Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you got any information on that, Pineal, that you could drop real quick?
Yeah, like, I'll drop some on that, brother. What was that?
So you should overcome your own iniquities to basically kill yourself and the desires of the flesh to allow the Holy Spirit to dwell. Exactly. Cam, you're on it. Like white on rice. Exactly. I'm going to read it again for the people in the back.
Exactly.
So you should overcome your own iniquities and basically kill yourself and the desires of the flesh to allow the Holy Spirit to dwell and manifest itself in your body.
And that word iniquity, to y'all don't know, means your wickedness, your wicked deeds, your wicked actions. You know what I'm saying? You can read that in Romans 6, 7, and 8. You know
Right.
Like it talks about that heavy about the carnal nature. You know what I'm saying? Heavy. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. It's serious out here, man. We are the problem. Say it again. We are the problem, and the average mojo do not want to deal with himself. You know, somebody every Monday and Friday we
It
talk
always
about
comes
this,
back
right?
to this. I know. It does.
It's crazy, right?
It's kind of like I feel like it comes a different way, but I like it. I definitely like it.
Man.
But I'm sorry for the people if you it kind of seems like we always talk about the same thing.
All right, Texas, man.
It's been real, y'all.
Shout out
Texas.
to the town, man, Texas.
Much love, Texas, and everybody that's leaving. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. We thank you guys.
Christopher, man, the battle rapper, my boy Christopher, Texas. Dre Manifest, Search. You know what I mean? Yeah,
so it's definitely, figuring out what type of situation you deal with on a daily basis that you're basically being held captive to or a prisoner to. It could be just eating too much. Actually eating too much is actually kind of like a sin type vibe. It's not cool to the Most High. You're feeding demons.
What Paul said in I think it was 2 Corinthians. I think it was the 10th chapter. Where he says the strongholds. You got to get rid of your strongholds. The strongholds is the things that you have developed since you was a young teenager. Until you're an adult. And it's like, we develop so many bad habits, bad behavior, and we don't even recognize it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get rid of them strongholds, man.
Gluttony is what it's called, right. One of the 7 deadly sins, gluttony. Mm-hmm.
But check this out, though. On out.
Go ahead. I'm gonna read Pineal while you get that. Pineal said, we are third density. Dimensions are measurements of reality. And they form the fourth. So the fourth dimension, okay, which is where thoughts reside. The mind thinks there is and manifests it here, right. Fourth is flat, so time is 2. Time is a flat circle, right, makes sense.
Right, check this out, right? Check this out. Let me get this one joint, right? Check this out. I'm about to read this right here, right? Yeah. I'm about to read a couple of scriptures, right? To end this. So, y'all listen and check this out, right? Now, this is what most Christian churches don't be pulling out. If you hear this inside of any Christian church, then it's empty. Now check it out. I want y'all to listen.
Yeah, Christopher actually said something about we're the only place that he could actually come and talk knowledge. Sadly, if you want to clear out a room, pull out a book.
Right.
Don't nobody want nothing to do with knowledge.
So check this out, right? I'm gonna read a couple of joints for y'all, real fast. All right. Now this is 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter, at the 8th verse. It says, 9th verse. It says, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God, right? It says, be not deceived. So he's telling you, don't be deceived, thinking that you could be unrighteous and think that you're going to inherit the kingdom of God, right? He says, be not deceived. He says, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, that is, men dressing up in women's clothing, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. That's homosexuality in the Strong Concordance. I already looked it up already. It says, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor railers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God. So if you commit those acts, you can't be in that kingdom when the Lord comes back. That means that you have to stop. And he didn't say do the best you can. He says you can't be doing it. That's just one. Right? So, here's another one. I'm just reading now. It ain't that deep. I'm just reading, right? So, we go down to Galatians, the 5th chapter, right? He says, this is Paul again. He says, I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye should not fulfill the lust of the flesh. So he's saying, if you let the spirit guide you in your life, you ain't gonna feel nothing of your carnal nature. Right? That's what he said, right? He says, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Now check this out. He gonna say, what's the works of the flesh? He gonna say it. Now the works of the flesh are manifested, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, railings. Railings is like going to parties, getting loose, having a good time. And such like, of which I told you before, as I also told you in times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit in the kingdom of God. So again, he didn't say do the best that you can. He said if you do these things, you will not be in that junk. Next one.
Pineal said he pretty much everything we do. That's right, Pineal.
So hold on. The next one. Ephesians, the 5th chapter. He says, but fornication and all uncleanness or covenantness, let it not be named amongst you as becometh saints. Neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but giving of thanks. But giving of thanks. For this ye know that no whoremonger, that's people out here that's having sex, hitting this one, hitting that one, nor unclean person, nor a covenant man who is an idolater, have any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God. So I just read y'all 3 Johns. So it speaks for itself, man. It speaks for itself.
So we all have work.
And it's
to
way
do.
more.
We all gotta get better.
It's way more than that. I could have gotten to, but it's 11:35, so I'm kind of, basically ending on that note. But it's real out here, man. And each and every one of us in this chat should stay away from people that's committing those acts, because when you actually take those words and go get the definitions of those words, and then you like define those words, you have to say within yourself, yeah, them acts is horrible, yo. I gotta stop it. Like if you commit that, or somebody that's doing that, you have like, it's horrible. I gotta stop doing it, and I gotta stop hanging around people that do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I appreciate that, Christopher, man. Yeah, man. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man, for holding us down. Knowledge and information, that's what we about.
And just change, like trying to be a better person. Like, I know that some people in here ain't on the Bible tip, which is fine, because I'm not here to push anything down on anybody, but just to change, to be a better person.
Yeah, man.
That's it, That's it. That's why when somebody come up in here like, yo, y'all about to come and drink with me, y'all about to throw up a blunt with me. No, I'm not, dog. No, I'm not. I'm good.
Yeah, we already did that already.
Exactly. Like, I'm so far behind that. Like, and like I said, people that really, they want to have a good time all the time. They dangerous people. I don't look down upon nobody, but We have to be careful and we have to
protect
ourselves.
No, but the right word to say is we don't think that we better, but we know better.
Yeah, that's right.
And when you know better, then you have then it's your duty to do better.
Right, and we work every single day to get better, to clean ourselves up and to deal with our own personal situations.
Exactly, man.
Right, we like Pinell said, we have to recognize our wrongs to get right. That's the truth.
Exactly. You don't get that, then that's it on that.
Definitely the truth. Hey Joey, my bad fam. I wasn't confident just finishing all the prep food for tomorrow. We all love you. That's good, Joey. Enjoy yourself. Be careful.
Shout out to everybody.
That's great. I got one thing for you, Poppy.
What's up?
Sorry.
What's up?
What's up? I'm going to King
What
Cam.
What he says?
He asked. He said, "What do you think about prosperity gospel as well as faith teaching? Should we make that another class?"
Nah, I'll just say something short on that.
That would be a cool
prosperity
class,
doctrine is a doctrine that I would say the government came up with to basically deceive the people. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of them are still asleep. Because when you read the scriptures, you got to read the scriptures in a context. And you have to get a strong concordance to understand the language that you're reading. And a lot of times people don't have strong concordance because a lot of times it could be in the Hebrew, it could be in the Aramaic, it could be in the Latin, or it could be in the Greek. And if you don't understand, when they have certain scriptures when it's saying being prosper, it's not saying being prosper in money. Sometimes it means to be prosper in the spirit. The Most High don't care about money. And all that. He understand that you need. Matter of fact, here's the kicker right here. Here's the kicker. You see, I'm tight with the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just saying this to be saying it, but my wife can tell you. I'm tight with it. But here's one more. Now this is the Lord talking to his apostles, right? Well, he says, "Take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or withal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek." He was talking about the other nations at that particular time, because the Most High wasn't dealing with the other nations at that particular time. So he was talking about that's what they think about. What they're going to wear, what they're going to put on, all that. So he says, "For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye need." He says, "For your heavenly Father know that ye have need of all these things." He says, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So the Creator know what you need. He know that you need food, clothing, and shelter. But we be on the mission thinking about that, letting that consume our minds all the time. That's what we thinking about. Getting that bag. But he says, first seek the kingdom, meaning seek his righteousness. Live right. Don't live wrong. And we don't worry about the most important things, the fundamental things. And that's the important thing that we have to focus on, his righteousness. And all that other stuff that we be thinking about will be added to us. He know that we got to eat. He know that we got to be clothed. He know that we got to have money. He know that. But don't let that be your only mission in life is that. But you ain't worrying about living right.
Yeah, that prosperity doctrine, man.
So like I said before, man,
has so many people off track. But honestly, if churches were filled and preachers were really preaching sincerely the word of God, how many people do you actually think would be in them churches paying Pastor Pork Chop every Sunday?
Anybody gonna be in there?
Nobody would be in there if you were saying that you have to change. Them churches would be empty. So how is he gonna pay his bills?
I'm up in here.
He knows what he's doing.
I'm up in a church trying to clean myself up, but then I see women up in here coming in here wearing provocative clothing and all that, showing their boobs and tight dresses and tight jeans. It's like I can't even concentrate up in here. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm out on the streets. You know what I'm saying? So it's horrible, man.
Right, and then they're telling you that money's gonna make you happy and all this success is gonna come from you into you and all this other stuff, but they're not telling you what really needs to be said.
Yeah, so I mean,
so they just there to make you feel good, make you feel warm and fuzzy inside, and pass around that basket a couple of times.
So I mean, to end it on that note, I heard that they had a secret meeting. The Zionists, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, had a secret meeting with all the top reverends and pastors, like the Creflo Dollars and
Yo, Cameron's talking about that right now.
The T.D. Jakes and all them dudes, and they had a meeting with them cats, and they told them to push that doctrine.
Yo, Dre said they rolling around on the floors and all that, foaming at the mouth and everything else. That joint is scary.
That's not
that joint make me want to leave the church because I don't want to leave with none of your demons coming up in me.
Talking about they talking in tongues. They don't understand the scriptures.
Exactly.
Because when they was talking in tongues in the scriptures, they were talking about language. They was talking in different languages. Talking about meaning, like if somebody was Japanese, Vietnamese, or Russian, they were talking in languages, not talking in the tongue where you couldn't understand. That's why I say reading stuff in the context and getting the meaning of words is very important.
Yeah.
Because these people be deceiving people heavy out here. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Cam, I'm sure that you learned more by reading by yourself than you did in that church.
Exactly, man.
Exactly. Right.
That's what we do. We don't go to no building. I am the temple. Paul said that in 1 Corinthians. He said the Lord does not dwell in temple made with hands. He dwells in our body. We his temple. Yeah. We the building. So if you're gonna defile his body, that's yours, or you're not. You feel what I'm saying? It's up to you. Right. Yeah, like the churches is crazy. I don't mess with them Jones. I don't even deal with it. I don't have nothing against them people. I don't look down upon them, but it's the doctrine that they being taught is what I'm against.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't deal with that.
And some people feel like, bacon baked ziti on Sundays, for a group of people at their church is a way to make it back to the Creator, and that's just not the truth. A lot of people say, well, Christ died for our sins. So what that mean? Keep sinning? No, it doesn't. Exactly. Doesn't at all. That's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, well, they just heard what I just read. So you can't continue to keep doing what you're doing and be in that joint. It's not gonna happen.
Exactly. Pineal said you can't build God a house. The earth is his footstool.
Truth. You got a lot of information about it. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm gonna do a what's the name class, man. Soon, man. And I want to go, have a certain selective that people that want to get, a little bit more depth on the spirituality part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most definitely about that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to push nobody on it.
Yeah.
Everybody welcome. You wanna, you wanna come in just hear what we saying? That's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. I still rock with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, everybody's honest. There's levels to this, There's definitely levels to this. Some people come in with the New World Order thinking and, stuff like that. And that kind of is what attracts them to us. Right. Some people get attracted to this family through, scriptures and things like that. So, it's everything. But if anybody, we do the scriptures. So if anybody is looking to chop it up with scriptures and actually have your Bibles out and, chop it up like that, we're looking to someday, hopefully if the Most High blesses us, start up a little situation. Mm-hmm. So that way we could study, with people.
And it's not about, that's us. I love to hear y'all point of view. You know what I'm saying? The same way y'all hear our point of view. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Says sin is learning from the evil you're doing and learning from it and not doing it again. Exactly.
Right, Christopher.
Exactly. Right. Even heaven and hell, it has.
These are dimensions. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
But,
So it's just because somebody might say, oh, I believe this and I'm vibing with y'all on that, but it doesn't mean that it's like, what's that scripture about, like food for babies or something like that?
you got to get the sincere milk before you get get the meat. You know
Yeah. So it's just like, just because you know one little thing and you can, vibe on one level, doesn't mean that you ready, for the meat and the potatoes, or you have the meat and potatoes. You know?
I mean, because
not even to make it seem like we're deep or anything, because it's not even that.
But it always boils down to that one thing is changing yourself. You know what I'm saying? And working hard to change yourself. Like that's the key to everything. Working hard to change yourself and to better yourself, to get rid of those manifestations that is not cool to be. You know what I'm saying?
Cam, did you find this channel through Twitch, or you found this channel through this channel, Cam?
May stop typing. Y'all still in the building or y'all gone?
Yeah, they might be typing. Might take a minute.
You two is bugging with this job. They over here. This thing's like.
I just like to be able to match people up with people.
You see something? It's like it's not going nowhere though. Hold on. Refresh your page.
There's only 14 people in here.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, Dre is here. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah,
Frost, so that he's here.
So what about faith teaching, where people think they are little gods, but no, I found this channel there, the reaction.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, Cam. Because we be on Twitch. A lot of people come from Twitch.
You said, what about faith teaching, where people think they are little gods? Man, nah, man. Ain't nobody. We all living souls, man. We not gods. They take that scripture out of context too. It's what's it, Psalms? I think it's Psalms 82 where it says ye are gods. That's not even talking about us. It's talking about the angels. Again, looking in the Strong Concordance, it's not talking about us. See, again, these dudes is crazy out here. I'm telling you, they bugged out. You know what I'm saying? They get misguided. Every time I pull out a point, bet you I could pull out either a reference, or I could pull out a word and have the meaning to bring it home to you, to give you what you need out of, you know what I'm saying, what we reading. A lot of times these dudes read the scripture and they just read it, but then they don't read it from the beginning of the first verse. And they skip everything else and then bang you up with just that one line and say, this is what it is. It's not. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Vera said, I'm here just lurking as usual. I'm glad to see you here, Vera. We appreciate you, Vera.
You're
we
always
got a lot
lurking.
of love for you, Vera.
You're always lurking.
It's always good to hear.
He says that's exactly what they do. They take the scriptures and twist it to
to
their own agenda.
Yeah,
exactly.
And Cam, it's really scary. The people that actually fall into that and really think that they're actually pleasing the Most High.
Like them cats that be out in the streets, the Hebrew dudes. They be telling other nations and people that God don't accept them. Like, do you know I could prove that in the scripture that the Most High accepts all nations and people? Do you know how easy that is for me to do? They say, well, black people in the whole chart that they be putting up, saying that the Latinos, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, all the Most High people, and we ain't supposed to marry nobody except Israel. Do you know in the scriptures the tribes had wives? Ruth, she was a Moabite. Even Moses' wife, she was an Ethiopian, an African woman. So like these dudes just coming up with this, but because it's their agenda. This is what they pushing to people that don't understand the scriptures. I can sit in the room with these cats and we could get busy, and I guarantee you, and I'm not even freaking like blowing my own horn on that. It's the spirit of the Most High. I would destroy them dudes, man.
No.
That's the only reason why. Because of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? It says, them Hebrew annoying. Yeah, they bugged out. Telling people that. You know what I'm saying? Let me telling people that right here, they be telling people that the Most High only dealing with Israel, and he ain't dealing with nobody else. but right here in Acts, the 10th chapter, where Peter was talking to Cornelius, and he says in verse 35, he says, "But in every nation, he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him." So why they be telling people that? Then you go to Revelations, the 7th chapter, with the tribes, and then you see at the end of the 12 tribes, he says, "In all nations, tongues, and kindreds." If the Most High only dealing with Israel, then why he says all nations, tongues, and kindreds then? Come on, man. Like these dudes they really get on my nerves, man.
Yeah, Cam, you're right. They are. The Israelites are like the modern day Pharisees. Cam, he said, I used to do it, but even the Hebrews were, honestly, I believe we are descendants of the Israelites. They, too, don't read the full scriptures.
Yeah, they don't.
They know better than the Pharisees. They're modern day Pharisees, exactly.
I've been in this for 10 years, and I'm still learning. Every day, I'm still learning. But they be saying God does not accept all nations. You just heard what I just read, right?
Yeah.
Acts, the 10th chapter, verse 35. Tells you that any man of any nation is accepted.
And they trained in school, man. So if you try to tell them to pull out a certain scripture,
they know
they're not going to that scripture. They know exactly where you're trying to take them.
Exactly, man.
Exactly where you're trying to take them. When we first came into this and we first started really reading our Bible, we actually used to be down with somebody who was an ex-Israelite.
Right.
So, like, a lot of times he used to feel so bad for the different things that he was taught and that he used to believe when he was an Israelite.
Right.
So, yeah, they know exactly where they trying to be brought to, and they definitely not going there. Definitely.
But y'all just heard them scriptures, and then you got, like, you got Revelations, the 7th chapter, to tell you about other nations of people that's going to be in the kingdom with Christ. Then you got Romans, I think it's the 10th or 11th chapter, where it talks about it talks about the olive branch, like basically bringing in the other nations in to make Israel jealous. You know what I'm saying? But that was the Most High plan anyway. It's like dudes is clowns out here with that, man. I ain't feeling that. I'm not feeling that, man.
Chasing people down the block with a Bible in their hand. How'd that sound?
Beating people up, arguing with cats. He says, I only mention that because I know books I read because words can be very tricky. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. If you don't, I heard one woman say, her and her husband, they Hebrews, and they say that you're not supposed to marry nobody but Israelites, right? And they use the words strange woman. Yo, so I got the Strong Concordance, and yo, it's a big book I got. And do you know it's two different words in the Strong Concordance? One is Greek, and then one is Hebrew. And the one in Hebrew of strange means a stranger that's coming from a foreign land that now wants to be a citizen of your nation of people. And then there's another, I forgot what the other strange mean, but it means like somebody that's foreign, that basically does not want to accept your culture, your God, and your people. You know what I'm saying? So it's two different strangers. These niggas don't understand that. So you be sitting there reading the book with these cats and they saying, see that? But then when you pull out the Strong Concordance, it's two different strangers. It's two different meanings. And then you have to read it in the context that it said. So it's like I'll be like, like these dudes is killing me over here. They killing me. Anyway.
Right, a lot of times when we're reading stuff, we gotta look up the definition of the word.
You have to, man. And you have to read it in the context. Yeah. You have to read it in the context.
Definitely.
They was telling dudes, don't shave your beard off. I heard them say that in a couple of videos. But that particular chapter that they talking about is when somebody dies. Meaning, don't pull your beard out with your hand and go crazy, it don't mean don't cut your beard off.
Yeah.
You dudes is crazy, man.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts.
Oh man, they crazy. Anyway, man, I don't want to keep rambling on.
We thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back on Monday. I love our family. The support that we give to each other is like no other community. We are the community, and we doing this. We got to show another way. There's so much filthiness out there that we're here to be our own little community on the little space on the internet.
He says they tried to embarrass someone when they got on the Star of David. Yeah, yo, but that's not even the Star of David, man.
They be bugging Cam. It really be like that. Exactly what you see is exactly how it is.
Yo, that's a satanic star. That's the star of Molish. You know what I'm saying? That even that Star of David that they be talking about, like that's not even in the scriptures. Like the Most High never told us to put on any images of anything. These dudes is crazy out here, man. Keep the faith. I appreciate y'all too, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, man.
You're right, Christopher. When you first start reading the scripture, it is hard. It's definitely hard. But as time goes on, it does get easier. So she's definitely right. I used to feel like it was hard as well.
Moloch, Moloch, or it depends how you pronounce it. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's the star that they be wearing around, and that's the star of the Jewish people. They be wearing that too. That star is a star of a demonic freaking entity, man.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man. We are think about this for a second. We are the image and likeness of the Creator, man. That means that I don't need to put on nothing else. I'm in His image. I'm in His likeness. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's dope right there. All we gotta do is act like it.
Right.
That's all we gotta do. All right. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all brothers. You know what I'm saying? You sisters too that's in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Come support again, man. Man, have a good night, man. Good weekend.
We'll be back on Monday doing it again. Mm-hmm. If any other Twitch thing, we'll be over on Twitch tomorrow. Playing basketball.
Love you too, Christopher. Yo, man. Make some good, man. I want you to make some good knowledge rap, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit them brothers with some knowledge too, brother. You know, so come with them bars, man. You know.
We love y'all too, Dre, DeMonte, Christopher, definitely.
Yeah, man. Shout outs to everybody, man.
Be safe.
Peace.